Right now, 3, 2, 1, boys.
Hello, welcome to Blackburn Park, the 2025, round 1. We're following the AFL. Last week was round 0, opening round, Stephen, and this week's round 1. I'm not sure what you make of that, but we've certainly got a sunny afternoon here at Blackburn Park.
Yep, I'd like to think that last week was round practice match, actually, the way the results ended up, but that's the way it is early in the season generally for the Kangas boys.
Yeah, they're generally not very good starters, but last week was a bit of a shock.
You don't want to underestimate Imperials there. They were very well drilled, and yeah, that was the premiership side of last year. I don't think you want to take much away from them either.
No, look, I looked at our side on paper and thought, we were travelling pretty good, Steve, and Joshy Gregg got the ball out of the centre in the very first seconds of the game from a bloody good tap down on that L8 we're on for this year, and then took us a long time to kick 3 goals.
Yeah, and that's right, but we had blokes that hadn't played with each other. We had blokes that had played in 2 or 3 cricket premierships the week before, so we're a little bit underdone as a team. There was plenty of fit guys, it's just I think our team play wasn't as good by any stretch, so yeah, let's hope we put in from a Kangas point of view, we put in a better show today.
And obviously Wentworth went down last kick of the day almost, or against Redcliffe's, 1 point. Very, very tight. So, it was interesting the way the weeks actually folded out. Up today with Joe the cameraman as usual, who's doing his stuff. He's lost a bit of weight. We might be able to see past him a bit this year, I think. And we've got 2 apprentices on board as well, so there could be some shaky stuff, and there could be a bit of commentary from the sidelines when they get unhappy with calls, so we'll just see what happens as the day goes on.
So who's the apprentice, you or someone else?
No, I'm clearly an apprentice.
Yeah, that goes without saying.
So we've got to acknowledge some sponsors before we get some housekeeping out of the road, Stephen. The major sponsor for the year, I believe, is Mildura Gateway, and Archie's, River 1467 and the Sunraysia Football Netball League are the minor sponsors for the year, and today's sponsor just for the games today is Southern Cross, N&J Hards, McDonald's, Davison Motors, Burns & Co and BRW Electric. So they are for the filming football and dartfish sponsors for the day and for the year. We'll mention them a few times throughout the day, but we'll also give a plug to a few Ouyen sponsors as well as boundary throw-ins go around the signs.
She's a warm day. Hydration.
33.4 at Walpey as we speak, Stephen, which means it could be 36 or 7 here. Walpey's up on the hill and shaded. So it always rains out there. It's always a little bit different climate out there. And for Karen, if you're actually listening, mate, the sun went pretty good. You might have kicked 2 goals, 4 or 5, I reckon, in the Magoos. Took some good marks and showed a good presence. I reckon he'll kick a few by the end of the year.
I think the only good thing out of today, I know, is no wind, and the oval's in about as good a nick as you can see. It's beautiful and soft, and that should help the boys if they're going to endure the day. Both teams, that is.
Yeah, a few of the seconds had heavy legs. I reckon it's quite spongy underfoot out there, so it's a hot day and heavy underfoot. It's going to be pretty solid for the footballers, I'd think. So.
It's just going to hurt less when you land.
Yeah, well, it won't worry us much from up here, mate. We'll be pretty right. Although Boomer has got us a little bit closer to the edge this year because he couldn't quite see the ones directly below us. So, good stiff wind. We might end up on the ground ourselves. Well, last week, I generally get a little bit criticised for getting stuck in the umpires a little bit too much, Steve, but I thought last week at Mildura, they're exceptionally good. As good as umpires I've seen for a couple of years, I reckon. So hopefully the boys are up to that same level today.
Yeah, let's hope so. I didn't notice them during the reserves, and that's usually a good sign, the reserves last week. If you don't notice the umpires, that's always a good sign.
That was my opinion last week. I sort of reckon I got halfway to 3 quarters through the game and I said, hell, I haven't actually mentioned a bad umpiring decision for 3 quarters. That's very unusual.
Very unusual for you. Highly.
Happy to give them credit where there's credit, and happy to get stuck in them when they do a shit job too. As you've probably been aware, Steve.
Oh yeah, and the Wentworth team looks pretty good on paper here too. Looks very similar to their team that took on the grand final last year, minus a major one in Jared Brander, unfortunately for them and for the league, but superstar footballer. So, yeah, I'd imagine the teams might be fairly even. I don't know right at this stage.
Bit of a shout out if we forget it for later on the day. Obviously, Footy Club are doing their cropping program tomorrow, so there's been probably $30,000 or $40,000 worth, maybe more, donated towards that. Get that cropping underway. Plus, millions of dollars worth of machinery going to be out there doing stuff free of charge. So, good effort by the community there to get behind the Kangas. Major fundraiser for the year. That all kicks off tomorrow, so I hope Joe Marks is out there doing his usual 6 or 7 camp ovens and his Rogan Joshes and his... No, Steve's getting a shaker. So we got leftover party pies, have we? What?
Joe's busy doing tours, so it'll be Jace Wills tomorrow.
So. Oh, geez, that's my favourite thing. I've seen Jason Scott every year come back hungover the next day, and he's scooping them into bloody containers so he can have lunch for the next fortnight.
Yeah, that's how good they are. She's about to get underway, boys.
All gets thrown up. Ruckman go at it. With a crooked throw, but doesn't matter. Not really too much advantage. Handball over the top was smothered. Well taken out of the middle. Hot footy in there. Scoop's got it. Blind turn. Quick little handball. Just gets it out. But don't argue. Kicks it down forward looking for Cox. Gets in front. A great grab.
Yeah, gee, that was a good kick by the new man Brody Lake. He gets it to Cox, who goes to the forward pocket and gets
Zachy Peak.
Peak it is, so...
I'll back him in here. I think he'll kick this.
2 recruits and 1 second-year recruit have all linked up in the first passage of play, which is good to see. Neat skills. It's certainly what Imperials had last week. See what he can do. Oh, well, what's he done here? No, he's pulled it to the near side.
Don't see the old check side too often anymore, Steve. She's a thing of the past.
Oh, in the big league it is anyway.
Just a quick reminder that Filming Footy and Dartfish put this thing together, so we normally mention it just before the bounce, but we got it in early, but we missed it again this time, Steve. It's only game 1 for us. Kick long from full-back. Bit of a sideways footy drop pretty quick there.
Cockrell it is for Wentworth. Big long kick down the near side. Spoilt by Gloucester. Oh, well picked up there by Davison for Wentworth. He goes looking forward. There's blokes in over it. Umpy will have to pull this one up.
Simo Brown, a good little fist in there. He got caught behind and managed to bloody fight for that front position. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's getting,
well done.
He's a wise old dog these days.
Don't see him in the back half very often. Well, how to get rid of that one?
Yeah, that was spilled it, but Umpy chose not to.
Had a good look at it too. He's standing exactly in the same line as us, David.
That's easier to call a ball up, mate. Grab by Wentworth in Sapupo.
Greggy, good hands.
Headley. Jimmy Valance. Oh, well done. Greg again. Back to Joel Grace. Back to Bo Swartz. Joel Grace is paddling along in the middle of the ground. Oh, it's picked up by Cottrell again. He's kicked it high and up and under. Well done for anyone. Oh, Lake. Gee whiz, he's showing a bit of class early. Through to Lonnie. Cross to Tate Holland. Oh, he goes a bit underground for Peak, but Peak's gathered it. Gets it across to Lonnie Hampton. Oh, he turns out of trouble. Back to Simon Brown. Looking for Cox. Cox over the back. He's in the hot seat here. Oh, he sockers it. That
actually never touched outside the boundary line. Hit the boundary umpire's foot, then bounced back into the field of play.
Oh, that was his foot, not that post. Yeah. Well,
should have been play on, Stephen.
It wasn't even. There you go.
Joe, the cameraman, your job's to move that camera, not tell us how to commentate. You get your stuff organised up that end.
Need hands. It's his Cottrell. He's on about his 4th possession already, so he's no mug. Kicks it long down the far wing. Over the back is the big O, Oscar Smith. He goes over the top looking for Parella, is it?
Good tackle.
He grabs
Should have
him.
been a kick.
Back to Wentworth, win it. They've got it in the forward pocket, far side. The little sneaky kick looking for Hancock.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, in the back there by Timmy G.
The old-fashioned sweep of the hand, Stephen. Yeah. Purely legal 25, 30 years ago when we were playing. They don't like it anymore.
that unique lead and mark style of Wade Hancock that we've all got used to. He's done this for a few years now. He's a traditional style full forward. Lead out in front, not over tall, so he has to.
Good looking kick. Good looking kick from there.
There was no wind factor, so you can't argue with that. Deep in the forward pocket. First goal.
Oh, you know, it had a lot of the play so far without hitting the scoreboard.
Yeah.
With the major. Probably been Ouyen's biggest problem, I reckon, for the last fair few years is not actually being able to kick goals. We seem
Just
to scramble
converting.
goals instead of actually good constructed goals.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Perella again. He positions himself, taps it out.
That's holding the ball.
No.
Good tackle, Greggy. They go at it again. Perella gets a tap. Looking for Greg again. Quick little hands in there, just bouncing off the ball. Greggy almost pinched it but didn't quite.
Nice
Kick
leg.
long. It's a good kick over the back. Gloucester gets back to help out. Bit of a 2-on-1 there. That should be holding the ball and will be.
Well done, Oscar.
Smithy's got that. Going to chip it wide. And you know, I've got the loose man here if we can keep it in, and we have so far.
Gregson. Lake.
Lake's got that one. Chips it back inboard.
Oh,
Hits the target.
Swartz.
Newport so far have got some nice kicking styles amongst them. They don't miss many targets.
Yeah, a bit of polish.
Looking for Greg. Can't quite get there. Put him under the pump.
Big ducky, is it? Big fellow. He bolts through the middle. Well done,
Good punch
Tommy.
on that. Oh, well done, Simon Brown. Good tackling there. Jesus, we don't seem to have the numbers behind the ball we should.
Nice,
Oh,
Davey.
didn't have that.
Davey.
Oh, that's a big
He had two.
sack at the ball, wasn't it?
Yeah. Alex Morris. Oh, grabbed up by Wentworth. They've kicked it round the corner.
Oh,
Cut
well
off
done,
by
Gloucester.
Gloucester. Oh, he's got Hancock. He's got his hands full. Oh, he's kicked the wrong side of the ball. No,
Out of
he's out of
bounds.
bounds. Sorry.
Gloucester, a big risk that, leaving his man and going forward like that. But did you get to make many mistakes?
No,
Gloucester, pretty reliable.
He's reliable as a rule. He had his hands full last week.
Oh, geez, I mean, you have a look at the two opponents he had last week, and then again today. Like, she's tough ask, isn't it? Like,
I'll
got
tell
some
you
good
what.
football.
Last week, big Oscar Smith was probably one of the shining lights. He's turned into a hell of a footballer these days. Too high, no. Grabbed by Gregson round the corner. Nathan Davey now gets his hands out. Back to Gregson.
Oh.
He's caught. Oh, not in the hot spot too. 25 metres out, straight in front of the Wentworth goal.
Yeah, look, Smithy was pretty good last week, but playing on Fox, like, what did he kick 7?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Had it been anyone else, he might have kicked 12. But like he's pretty handy football, Fox.
Yeah, I know, but he was a trier all day, Oscar. I was pretty wrapped with his way he went about it.
Having a vote card last week, I found it hard to give votes out. I don't think we had a player on the ground that actually won their position. I had to find the best of the worst of them, I suppose, is the best way of putting that.
Yeah.
Who kicked that goal, Stephen? I wasn't watching, paying attention.
Give me a go. Harry off, no?
21, Harry off. Yep, right. Off.
No, Al.
He's off for the rest of the day, Stephen. He's not out, he's
His
off.
father used to be
He might even be out
player
yet.
of note about
He might even be
20 years
out
ago.
yet.
Hope you're training Lola down there, listening on.
I can see her commentating next week. Welcome back here, MCG. Good tap once again. Straight to Dallas. Couple of good handballs there if it gets out wide. Perella go, bends in.
Well
good
done.
work from the big fella. Hit Grace. Oh, stubs his toe. Makes it hard for Cox. Gets pushed in the back and no call. Handball goes out. Wentworth running in numbers again. 2s and 3s.
Well done. Who is that big duck, is it?
Coxie, he's just actually dropped that like a hot spot. Ended up shoveling out the back. Brown with almost gets his tackle in. Big Perella, good stuff. One-handed, gets it up. Gets a handball to Greg. Greg out wide.
Brown.
Brown, was it?
Yeah.
I'm giving Greggy a cheap one there.
Get your glasses on like me. Alex Morris.
Good leg.
Oh, see, he's better for the run last week.
He was still hungover from the four-peat premiership.
That's what I'm saying. He's back to the beautiful kicking style we've come to expect. Oh, Wall picks it up. Goes through the centre. Wentworth. Oh, it's one on Hancock. Can Davey make it back with Hancock? He's spinning around. Comes back to the near centre.
Oh,
Well positioned.
they could have raffled that. There's four of them.
Oh, mate. It's Lockie Murdoch. Got that. That was good by Hancock because
No.
I thought the Kanga boys had him covered.
No. Miss. Joe, the cameraman's worried about what I'm going to say. He's nervous.
So,
There you go. I couldn't say any more, Barry, and didn't put him off. Nice goal. Nice kick.
so Lachlan Murdoch's back from Adelaide or South Australia way, I'm pretty sure. So, hadn't been around for a couple of years.
No, 1 point of those. Still just the same.
Yeah, they've put the runs on the board and the Kangas haven't, despite them having a fair old percentage of the play. So Blake Smith's gone into change with Big Perella against Dawes. No, it isn't. It's Harry
Well done,
out.
Smith. Well done.
Oh, mark in front there by Much for, well,
Get in,
show
Jimmy.
of pace.
Over
Right.
the back.
Hancock it is again.
Oof.
The boys have got their work cut out. I hope he blows up because he's no chicken. That's about all we can hope.
Davey with a good little fist in there and some closing speed when it looked like it was getting over the back too, so I like to see that.
Dawes and Blake Smith. She's come to the ground. Another ball up. So it's right in the left pocket for the Wentworth Roos. Oh, well, nearly well roved. He's grabbed by Davey and it's a free kick to Wentworth. Geez, they're getting all the running down there at the minute. He probably did impede him because he comes through at a rate of knots.
Well, it was either probably half tapping
McConnell-
out the footy or he
McDonald,
was
is it?
gone, I'd say.
Yeah.
He would have shot through with the ball and kicked the goal.
Yeah.
Well, he almost went round his body then. He almost pulled one off the television. Snapped it around the corner. Isn't it funny how it's taken the AFL 20 years? The old Gaelic footballers taught us that 20 years ago in that international rules, and we're only just starting to get onto that the last couple of years.
And now she's accepted practice, isn't it?
20 yards out directly in front and kicking them like that. Yeah, he struck that
Oh,
nice.
and the big post gives a big wobble. One behind to Wentworth. Dal Willsmore is going to kick it in with his beautiful left leg. And he goes long down to the near side wing. Greg's out positioned by two Wentworth blokes. Whoop, whoop, whoop. A bit of
Touched by the Wentworth bloke in front of it. Should have been play on. That's where the tackle was, and that's the umpire knew that. That's why it wasn't 50.
back to the Wentworth forward
good
line.
tackle. Good
He's
tackle.
caught by the new fella in Brodie Lake. So he's
getting a bit of the footy.
he's no slouch, this boy.
He's got the zinc cream on. She's Simon O'Donnell-esque.
Oh, he's been around. He's played some very high leagues in Sandful and Peel Thunder, and I think he played for NTFL last week. So that's gee whiz, how do you like that? He stunned him too.
It's hit him hard and it's ended up a goal.
Gee whiz, they got that back quick, but someone's caught one in the back of the head, and they're feeling it for the Kangas.
Not sure who that was that got hit there.
Oh, Bo Swars, I think.
Jeez, it hit him hard. He goes to the toilet, call it time. He'll be seeing a lot of red stuff, I reckon.
I don't know, but you'd have to say Wentworth's jumped us now.
Who kicked that one? Missed that one too, Stephen?
Oh, come on.
Wentworth. Come on, which one? No one's got a clue. Joe, the cameraman, doesn't know. He reckons he knows Evan. He's missed that. Ball gets thrown up again the centre. Smithy goes at it. Tap goes to the favour of Wentworth, but everyone's got their head over it and won't quite come out freely. Greggy's on the bottom of the pack again. get thrown up again. Wentworth with the tap this time. Wethy, good hands out with Joshy Gregg. Can't quite get clear, and he does get a handball eventually. Oh, Duck, well done. Good tackle. Headley's got it. Nice little chip. No, it's going to bounce just in front of Duck. Duck gives a don't argue, and he's about 40 kilos short of actually dishing them out properly.
And Latora gets the free kick.
That's a Pud Manly type build that you need for that one, Stephen. It's not quite good enough.
Near side wing, kicks it long back. Davey it is for Kangas, grabs it, ducks around, gets clear, goes good back into Lake. Lake's looking for options here. He's wandering around. He's going to end up going backwards too. He gets it across to Davey. They're waxing the boys. Little short kick to Tommy Headley.
I'll tell you what they're doing here. They're working on the bloody dartfish and filming footy stats is what they're trying to get. Accumulate
Tommy Headley's going backwards again to Lake. So Wentworth must be closing down options. Oh, he's made a mistake. He's kicked it into the Wentworth player. Gloucester taps it forward. Can Headley patch it up? Lake will patch up for his mistake. Oh, he's good enough, this boy. Look at him go through the middle. Little short tap straight to Sammy Mead.
Sammy Mead gets it, wheels it round on the right. He's stuffed a kick. He doesn't make many mistakes. That's going to almost get out of bounds, is it? Not quite. Yes, and it does. How you going there, Joe? You're close enough to see it or not? Not quite. So up here we've got Lockie, who's the apprentice on the scorecard. We've got Lola, fresh off best on ground in the winning the A grade up here, learning to do it for next week for the Wenny Roos as well. So we've got a couple of newbies and some beautiful little blind turn and a good tackle in the finish.
Harry Scott's got it,
good work.
Kicks it. Handpass to Tate Holland, the kick forward to Cox, the big fly. Gregson in front now, can he gather it? Yes, he's still got it in front and still in play. He kicks it inboard, but there's no one there for the Kangas. Cleaned up by Wentworth, and they kick it forward. Holland in front. Well done, Perella.
Good, yeah, it actually was a good explanation, Barry.
Yeah, good umpiring. The kick by Perella, beautiful leg looking for Cox. He punches it away. Can Swartz gather? Swartz got it. Oh, he plays for the free kick. He doesn't get one. Wentworth gather it up. Cox gets a little hand in there. Wentworth, the big high kick back here towards the near wing side. Perella's in the box seat. He spills it. Brown, yes, he gathers it. Umpire says, I better have it.
Good tackle. Umpire will throw it up. You're going to go straight back. Ooh, only a little throw. Reggie's onto that and he's going to get tackled straight away. Gets his little left boot into it. Tate can't quite get a clean possession there, and the umpire will throw it up once again. Ball gets thrown up. Perella gets the tap. Can't quite get gathered by Duck. Now Lola's right in the road. Joe, the cameraman, can't see around Lola. You're right, stay there, mate. I'm only stirring it. Lola will be doing the video, commentating, and win an A grade next week. Doing the lot out there at Wentworth, so well done.
Should be getting sick of the dribble that's coming out of our gob shortly.
Ball gets handballed out wide. Oh, Jimmy nearly gets him. Oh, well done, Scoop. Good hands in there. He's still got to go back and cover his man, he does.
They're using each other well, the Wentworth boys.
That's good pressure from Scoop. They were 2-on-1 and didn't let them get an easy possession out. And they probably forced a turnover. Well done, Scoop.
There you go. Nice kick into it.
Good leg.
Lonnie.
And he's got it and drive it long. Good kick. Grace. He's got it. Look forward, Gracie. Does. Kicks it long. Over the back. Should get the peak, and it does.
Beautiful, boys. That's how easy it can be. 3 kicks and she's in the hands of the full forward.
Good penetrating kick by Grace. Then ran round his man on the mark using the stand reel to perfection and laced out with a perfect bit of weight. Very much needed goal.
Pete should make no mistake of this sort of stuff. And he does, and the Kangas get there first.
Well done, Scoop. All that extra pressure through that midfield on the 2-on-1 forced a little bit of a shitty kick, and that was the difference between an easy entrance into their 50 and a tough one. And yeah, Scores 1 goal 1-7 to 4 goals 1-25 according to Floydie over there on the scoreboard. I'm not sure what we've got. We've got the same number. Lockie's the apprentice on the board, so it'll probably get done properly this year, not like the stuff-ups I had nearly every week last year. Good tap down. Oh, the boys are starting to work it out in the middle there, which is good to see. Left foot's a little bit hacked. Ball's going to bounce out of bounds right in front of the hill.
That was well taken out of the middle by the boys and off to Gregson, and I think they're finally figuring out how to use it, which is good after last week.
Ball gets thrown in, straight into the sun, tap straight down. That's a beautiful tap.
Swartz.
And downfield. What's he blowing his whistle for that for? That's exactly where it was he marked the ball.
Oh, wounded duck.
That'll do.
That'll do. Perfect kick to Dale Willsmore.
That's a nice pass in that.
30 metres out on the right forward pocket for the Kangas. Scoreboard side.
I'd love to see him kick through this and kick it 60 instead of trying to steer it.
Oh, it doesn't matter. He knows how to kick a ball.
All right, Joe, the cameraman's called it. I marked it down. Goal, Lockie. You can press the button if you like, mate, because Barry's never wrong.
Oh, my goodness.
Someone shifted them posts since last week.
Hit the post. 1 goal, 2, 4 goals, 1. They've just slowed the Wentworth momentum, you would sense. So.
Well, United have had probably as much of the footy as Wentworth have had, but they just haven't been able to capitalise and penetrate deep into the goal square. So that's a good mark, good front position.
Yeah, doors it is. The big kick down the near side for Wentworth. The big fly. Jim Valance has grabbed it.
Jesse Valance must have tackle me hard on his shoulders. I reckon he got buried about 20 times last week, and he's had 3 or 4 heavy tackles already this week.
Well, I don't know Jesse, but I know Jim.
Oh, sorry, Jim.
Yeah.
Same thing. Hair about 4 foot long.
No, he's got a bit of go in him, the young fella.
Sorry, Soapy, if you're here, and I've got the bloody wrong boy out there. Only about 10 years or 12 years apart, are we?
Something like that, a bit longer.
Not even longer.
Tim Gloucester deep in the back pocket. He's looking for some options. He goes short to another old stager in Simon Brown looking for his options. Near side back flank. Forward. He goes to centre half back to Del Willsmore. And he won't waste it, and he plays on. He's on his wrong side, but he finds that beautiful left foot and goes long to Lonnie Hampton on the far wing. How do you want it, Lonnie? He wheels around, goes forward towards Peake. Peake tries to tackle, turns around. Back into Jim Valance. He goes round the corner. Who's there? Cox. He's under it, unfortunately. Grabbed by Wentworth and polished up.
Duck.
Oh, far as
shoot it,
the
Duck.
Duker. And Duker goes in forward to the 50-metre line.
Dallas can kick that.
Yep. Oh, he plays on straight away. He goes on the big left boot.
Oh, he's pushed it.
Jeez. He knows he can kick that distance. Another behind to the Kangas. 1 goal, 3. 4 goals, 1 Wentworth.
Good kicking, good football. Well, 1-on-1, no zones out there, which is a bit unusual in today's football. Gets kicked up high, Perella's underneath it. Good punch. Wentworth's got the good handball at the back. Good. Get a tackle in there, boys.
Good pressure,
Chase
good
after
pressure.
Get in there. Well done. Done a good job not to give away a free kick then. Duck gets a handball into the middle. Greggy's under the pump, got 2 to beat. Dives in on the footy, gets it, can't quite get it out. And there will be a throw up.
Yep, even Sam Mead's getting amongst it today, so he's got over the cricket hangover, the premiership hangover, you'd call it. Umpire says it's mine.
For some of those cricketers, it's 4 seasons in a row they win a premiership. They want a bit of a roll. Oh, can't quite get it.
Oh, Helen goes the big.
You got a good bit of distance off one step there, Helen.
Round the corner, yeah. He had
on the full. That's come off Cox's boot. That's on the full.
Humpy's are debating whose it is or what it is.
Nah, he's going to throw it in. Goal umpire's overruled him here.
Don't know who holds the keys there. Cox over the top, the big punch. Held up again. Umpy says it's mine.
I'll tell you, if I was the boundary umpire standing right on top of where that ball was,
Yeah,
I'd be pretty wild about getting overruled just quietly. I'd have stood my ground and told him he could go home.
Oh, through that. Who's that through? The grab by Wall, the ever reliable backman for Wentworth, kicks it out to the scoreboard side pocket and it's over the boundary line.
So when he only gets tackled over in that outside bit, Steve, you'd remember she's like the old bike track out there. There's Gypsum. She's like a cheese grater if you get scuttled on the grass over that side.
Oh, I never knew, mate. I never hit the ground like you. Always kept me feet.
Bloody 10 yards behind the bloke with the ball, that's why. Ball gets thrown into another bounce up.
The old umpies, they'll be blowing at quarter time, I reckon.
I reckon he will be anyway. So if you're doing an Artie Baker, surely they'll be just calling him from 100 yards away so they don't have to run. Good, quick little handball.
Hampton, beautiful pass to Swartz it is. His foot is smothered. Perella throws his opposition ruckman aside. The kick forward. Oh, Alexander Morris is crunched. Oscar Smith, his ball's smothered too. Oh, Davey spilled it. Back to Smith. He gets well done.
That was good.
That was very well done by the big O. And he goes round the corner looking for Hampton. He's outnumbered and out height positioned. They're using it well out there on the far
left. That's gone. 7 days a week, twice on Sunday.
There you go. He rassed them, Hampton. Beautiful inboard to Greg. He kicks forward. Oh, Cox the big fly. Peake reads it and grabs it. Outside to Willsmore. Back to Holland. He goes for goal. Yes, he's happy. He's happy. Well done.
Good pressure out here. 1 on 3. That's what turns games around.
Lonnie Hampton, that's what made it. He was outmanned. He's the shortest bloke, and somehow he ended up with it just through pressure acts.
Must be close to 25, nearly 26 minutes gone on this quarter. Obviously not knowing how much time on, but I wouldn't have thought there would have been lots in this quarter, so very close for the siren, I would have thought. From
a Kangas perspective, it's good that they've got themselves going. Wentworth 4 goals 1, lead Kangas 2 goals 3. Out of the centre, well done there by Wentworth. That's kicked forward. Lake's in the box seat, but clean hands by Davey. Oh, he's too slow. He got tackled.
Didn't know he was
Morris over the top to Valance. Valance, he fends him off beautifully. The little pass in towards his coach, Greg. Greg, the hands over the top to Willsmore. At centre half, forward kicks long towards Peake, but he's outnumbered by Wall. Beautiful punch forward. The ball comes out to Wentworth.
Great smother
by Tate Holland.
I think he's on today, little Tate.
Yeah, that's about his third really good possession.
When you start seeing Tate smothering and shepherd and doing those little 1%ers, I reckon it means the Kangas start switching on, because it's good from young fellas seeing that. Yeah. So United 2 goals 3-15 to Wentworth 4-1-25. Steve, tell us your best players for United, please, mate.
I think, when the pressure was on, I don't think you can go past the backman of Tom Headley again. That was early in the quarter when the pressure's on. The middlemen got going as the game went on. So your Swartz and Valance and you give me some more. Gregson.
Yep, they all certainly picked up. Well, they've probably had more possessions this week than they had last week for the bloody game, actually.
Yeah, but I like the fact that Oscar Smith and Brodie Lake and them blokes really repelled it out of the back line in that second half of that quarter.
I think the pressure of the tackling across that half back's been really good. They've turned a lot of defensive moves into attacking moves, and I'm liking the way that some of our midfielders are starting to really drive the ball deep in the forward line. And I think there's some signs there that some green sprouts, Steve. I reckon we got some upside, I think. So right, we'll wrap her up and we'll wait for the second quarter.
Beautiful.
Well, second quarter not far off starting here. I'd like to mention filming footy and dartfish, which this live stream's been brought to you by. Yeah, Lola's getting a few waves from the crowd. They're yelling out. She's a fairly popular young lady.
Must be good.
And yeah, of course, yeah, BAG. That's right. Yep.
Best on ground is quite.
Played in last year's grand final and
For Wentworth.
for Wentworth on the. I'm going to say it out loud, on the losing side, because Ouyen United cleaned up. Yeah, so.
We've been nice to her. She said she's going to come and play for Kangas next year.
Yeah, I think they ran up a cricket score today. Did you put your bat in the air? Did you make 100 or not, Ola?
100?
Yeah.
Not today.
How many did you score?
I'm not sure.
Well, you're 36 after the first quarter, weren't you?
Something like that.
So you wouldn't have been far off. Anyway, we'll get in here to the centre bounce, and it's about to get thrown up.
Perella and Dawes.
Oh, Nick, you got the microphone into it.
Perella's just taken Cottrell high.
No, we haven't. You did that.
Cottrell started really well in the first quarter. It was instrumental in Wentworth getting that 4-0 lead. Takes a bounce over onto the wing. Puts it towards Hancock. Tries to go one hand. Play on calls the umpire. Handball back. Right, left foot snap. And knocked over by Davey.
Yeah, you're in the shower for half that first quarter. How would you know how he went?
Got some intel. Daniel Kay does not miss it. He's already into the group chat. How many possessions Cottrell's had. Morris to do kicking duties for Ouyen. He's got Smith long. Lonnie Hampton will also be at the full. He's at the full. Gets it. Turns inboard. Hasn't got much. Spins out of trouble. Back to Smith. Right foot down the line. Willsmore is his target on Grills. Grills does well, but falls to Willsmore. Puts it in front of Peak. Doesn't quite make it. He's got a handball. It does. And Cox just a little bit skinny on the snap. There's probably a slight northwesterly out there.
That little bit too much.
Yeah. You do it then, that. You've got to stick it on the hand.
I think, Stephen, we can both do it.
No, I
hang
can yell.
it from the roof.
I can yell. No,
Well, you make sure you do yell out.
No, I'm busy watching this game. And that
Special comment, Stephen.
that beautiful breeze that's blowing up here. I think we've got the best spot this quarter.
It's nice and cool now. A bit warm when we first
Grills
started.
plays on out of the square. Kicks it long.
Oh,
And-
we go.
Umpire
Geez, it took a long time to play that mark. That was a certain mark.
calls the mark to Rory Hooper, sorry.
Kicks it long, straight down the wing. Ball. Few
Talk,
push and
boys.
shovers, not much going on there. Smithy can't quite get it. Out of bounds.
Been a couple.
Right in front of Ouyen United's dugout.
It's been a couple of times where the Ouyen's key defenders could have taken the mark, but just that little bit of communication and confidence to let that
just
third
mid-team.
person up
Yeah.
to take that grab.
Oh, great throw in, young fella. Beautiful work. Perella got it. Straight as far as Valance, and we're going to see which way the umpire went with that decision.
Balance was
Wasn't-
held by Hopper in the contest there. Well picked by the umpire. He's got
Jesse's younger brother, Jim.
Holland presenting,
Well done.
and Grace can't keep it in.
Our view's
Hooper, I've
almost,
got it Hopper there.
almost,
Sounds better.
almost blocked here by Joe, the cameraman. He's sticking out a little bit further than he should be.
Back guts in. Short finger, mind you.
Yeah, there you go. If the camera works a little bit shaky, Joe, the cameraman, knocked a finger off about 3 weeks ago and damaged another one. So he,
Don't tell anyone how he done it.
yeah,
Balance
no,
gets
he,
the handball out.
Well done.
Falls out the back to Wentworth. Can't quite get the handball up. Now they do. Cottrell. Right foot smothered.
Smother.
Gregson gathers.
oh,
Tries to
too
get a
high.
handball. But great defensive pressure by Wentworth. Gregson might have been taken high, but
Might have been ripped his head clean off.
Might have been.
Perella's got front position. Tries to get to Swartz.
Oh, good
Nicky
tackle.
up. Doesn't quite work.
Good
Comes
tackle,
out
Stewart.
now.
All
Oh,
bad
breaks
luck.
out of the tackle. Does McDonald and finds Hancock.
Well done.
I reckon that actually hurt him then. I reckon his leg went across his Achilles. I reckon he's got up pretty ginger over that.
Oh, jeez.
I'd like to see the replay, Barry. If we had the bloody technology, we'd be able to see the replay.
His first half of that yellow box, that'd be great.
Right, Dartfish, get onto it. We've got a big screen here. We want to see replays. We need the technology. What are they, a couple of $1,000, Baz? Get onto it. We want one for next week.
We need it.
We need that. We also need...
We can't improve.
Hancock.
We also need to be able to get the scores and reverse the goal if Lockie gets it wrong. So, Dart, get onto that, will you? You've had all last year to get that right. It's still not there. We need it fixed.
He's feeling it, Wade Hancock.
Yeah, a little bit ginger.
Yeah, I told you, right across his Achilles, I reckon.
So Morris got kicking. He's got Davey short and uses them.
Oh, he's missed her.
He gathers, tries to create something here. He's got Smith in the goal screen, takes it.
You better kick than me to be kicking him into there.
Finds Brown on the far pocket. Tommy Headley's created some space.
I had 3 kicks in my whole life, mate. How would you know how bad I kicked them?
I remember every run, the whole 3 of them. Beautiful stuff.
Headley gets it. A little bit of movement forward for him. I think he's just going to pump it long. Nice high one. Perella's underneath it. Can't quite grab well, spoiled by Dawes. Anyone's ball at ground level. Quick hands by Wentworth. Gets it clear. Kick into the forward line.
Good
Smith.
grab, Smith. Well done.
He's paid the mark.
Not sure he had the first grab of that, but anyway, paid.
Did well
Doesn't seem to
against-
matter in the AFL anymore either.
Did well against off there to take the mark. Doesn't quite carry to Headley. And he's just kicked it to Hancock.
Tommy. A rare mistake by Tommy.
And Kangas are asleep at the wheel. Uncontested mark for Reece March.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have thought he should have been passing that off, but if he's a bit injured...
Just a few little poor ball use errors by Ouyen inside defensive 50, and Wentworth have got a chance here to make him pay. Currently lead by 11 points. It's going to work a little left to right. Going across the face, not quite held by, I think it might have been Dark or Dawes it was.
Yep.
Morris again on kicking, he charges out, takes a bounce, kicks it long. Hullen's got the challenge, does well, brings it to ground, tries to go around one, does. A little snaky
Bounce.
right foot kick. And it's a kick to no one in particular for Wentworth, but it might work out. Cottrell handballs over the top. The high kick in, get under that
and be fair.
Davey should have gone for the mark a couple of times, he hasn't quite got it. Well done Smith, beats Hancock back, Goster's trapped it in, is he getting rid of it? Umpire says his ball.
Actually liking Davy's game. I reckon he's actually got some good closing speed. He gets to a lot of balls in the air. I'm actually, I think there's some upside with him this year. When they work him out, I think he's going to be quite good.
Swartz gets the clearance, kicks it high.
Starting to work each other.
Yeah,
Actually.
it'll take a few weeks.
Mead
I'm
somehow
not allowed to
brings
call
it
him
down.
duck, so Sam Mead's nearly got to beat 1 on 2. Valence gets one again. He gets tackled so many times, this young kid, and just keeps getting up. Jeez, he's tough. A lot tougher than his old man. Tope used to run away from a contest. He was bloody miles away.
He's umpire's pet.
He was out bloody wide, but his young fella, boy, geez, he's tough. Must have got that from Mum, I'd say. Good hands.
Hampton.
Oh, Jesus,
over the
Pete.
top of
He's tough.
He's quick
but
to
he's back
recover
on
though.
it.
He's going to
Good
get a
work.
right foot little dribble up.
Yeah, good goal. Well on the Peak, that's his second.
So Kangas have
Jimmy Valance.
responded,
Yeah, well done, Jimmy.
I think, with the last 3 goals. And all of a sudden, it's within a goal difference. And Kangas, since the halfway mark of the first quarter, have played very good football.
Imagine if I get the Zaki feet pretty good.
Who kicked the other goal? Jackie's picked 2. Who kicked the third one?
Hullen snap.
Ah, that's right, it was 2. Yeah, Toady. Yep. We didn't mark it.
So we're 8 minutes into the second quarter. Ouyen United 3-4-22, trailing Wentworth 4-4-28.
Hasn't been a boundary thrown on the other side yet. Normally it spends 90% of the game over there. And so far, both sides playing up through the middle. No one winning the top, but bounced in exactly the same position as where it got thrown up from. Great punch forward. Not to anyone's advantage, and it gets good handball out. Brown. Blake gets it, chips it over to Greg. Greg's got his favoured left foot, and he'll hit something. He always does. Look for Pete. Oh, he almost got it off the ground. Quick handball, great handball. Hampton, that's a good stuff. Well done. Good running.
Make him go at it now.
Liking to see the beat ground speed of some of these young new recruits, Stephen. This is good.
Clever kick by Greg. Peake was taking back position, so Greg just made sure it gave enough time in the air. Peake ended up making good body position, got the handball off, and Hampton with speed, run into a goal square, and another little dribbler, and Ouyen United draw level.
Joe the Cameron's pretty excited about Lockie. He hadn't made a mistake on the board yet with as far as the scores go. But, I mean, come on, Barry. We were trying to talk and do a job last year. Not easy to do. Handball goes out wide.
With a can.
Oh, it gets and a can in the hand. That's got. Oh, the big raw Rito goes deep in. Gloucester's got his hands full and gets it. Lucky not to give away a free kick. Chases after his second opponent. Gets hacked inboard. No one gets cleared. Oh, well done. Right. Gloucester, good hands. Oh, couldn't quite get there. Oh, good tackle. Harry Scott couldn't quite get the clean footy there. Ball gets kicked up high and a push out. Not paid. Not sure how obvious it needs to be. Simon Brown with a beautiful little hand in there. Scoops got it, kicks it wide, makes it really hard work. 3-on-1 situation. Gregson. He's tough ass there. Oh, still putting pressure on that. It's good.
Yeah. He's got the call.
Wellsmore putting a bit of pressure out there. And he's run too far. Well done, boys.
There you go. That's pressure for you, boys.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Now 50.
A 1 on 3.
And a 50.
Geez, that 50 is probably pretty harsh, isn't it?
I don't think.
I honestly believe that. Well, it's 50. No.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, Joe the cameraman's feeding us lies again.
Come on.
Mead kicks it down to Swartz. Can't quite take
too
it.
high.
Well defended. Great kick in, forward. Signs.
We're sitting almost on the railway line, could see that.
Papo, sorry. Grills has run off here. On the left. In front of Hancock. That's a brilliant kick.
Yeah,
Great
and
mark.
this could be a 12-point turnaround, that shit decision, I'll tell you. We are sitting not 3 metres away, we're 100 metres away, and we can see those plain as day, and the umpire's missed a very bad one there.
Bo Swartz is still not happy. He's got his ear missing off his head.
He said a few things to the umpire, but the umpire didn't have a bar of it because he just obviously didn't have his eyes open at that particular time.
So Hancock, much needed goal here for Wentworth. Only kicked 4 on the trot. And he's responded, Hancock.
Nothing wrong with his leg.
That is a big turnaround. Good kick.
Wentworth brought it through the corridor, clean ball use. And there's a great kick out in front of Hancock, who was strong enough to take the mark.
By the umpy's decision, may I say.
We have said that, Steve, in the last 30 seconds. We don't want to go umpire bashing, but oh gee, sometimes they need it.
Oh, well, you've got to protect the bloke's head, mate. The bloke going the ball's head is a fundamental of the game, mate. Don't care how you put it.
Be
Why you
interested.
have umpires, mate.
It'd be interested to our own respond to that. Nice little momentum changer for Wentworth there.
Smith goes into the ruck. Gets the tap forward. Looking for grace. Can't quite get it cleanly. Tackles a man without the footy. Good decision, umpire. That was there. 7 days a week.
Blake McDonald with the kick. Puts it in front of doors. Smith doesn't have to bring it to the ground.
Oh, he had that
Hoofer.
footy.
Can't quite go for Wentworth. Headley's under pressure.
Just needed someone to run and spread then instead of standing their ground. No, United might have been out, but anyway, good tackling by Wentworth.
Off with a great tap. Falls in
one
front.
out.
Just coming through with speed. On the left.
Missed a lot.
Out of bounds.
Runs out of bounds right in front of the old Bill Morris scoreboard, the old original one. That's where she was, right there. Remember kicking goals from there, Steve, years ago?
No.
Well, I remember seeing someone kick goals there
Where
from
we
years
had
ago.
to do our duty and do the scoreboard attendance duty, but you were too busy chasing girls. So
A little bit different it is now, though. You've been sitting over there drinking cans for
I'm
the
not
last 10
sure
years.
what happened with Blake Smith in that ruck contest, but Dawes took it by himself and wasn't able to make
Don't you let
the
this
most.
football get in the road of a good story here, Mr. Vine.
Ball falls to Monaghan, chucks on the right foot, but it's all off. All by himself. And he
It's all
finds
off.
the
Pardon the
Puppo.
pun.
He plays on. Has a ping. It's across the face. Headley. Good
grab.
intercept mark. It's the poop.
Going to be a tough kick out of there. Not much moving for him. Gloucester. Yeah, well done. Gets a quick little kick in. Finds Valance. Gets tackled as soon as he gets it. He's got a magnet on the back of his head. Says, tackle me.
Blake,
Chip. Ooh, which is a pretty tough kick into there.
Brody Lake is inviting the
taking
pressure
on.
from Davison, runs
He wanted
around,
it.
takes a bounce, goes through the middle. We like their second bounce, goes long. He got meat at the full. Goes over the back,
That's
a great intercept
grab.
mark there.
That's a great grab by Scorn.
Very, that upset the
Oh, it hurt him too, actually. He landed on his back.
momentum.
Kick wide. Grace against Curran out there. Grace gets it, driven into the
in the
ground,
back.
not paid. Comes up with it, but does Morris. Looks inside 50. He's got
Good kick,
Swartz
good
on
kick.
his own. Tips in front of
kick.
Willsmore.
Good kick.
Jeez, they got their confidence up, boys.
And he's got a chance to bang on.
We need Lola to get on the
Kangas'
push
eighth goal.
bike to get enough power, Barry, do we? Get it to work.
I think we're back on.
We're back on.
The wind turbines aren't spinning much.
Someone forgot the pedal fair for 10 minutes cool van, did they?
So Dallas Willsmore, a great opportunity presents here. And he likes it straight off the boot.
Wow.
Ouyen United are getting the job done here at Blackburn Park in the second quarter, Steve.
I would like to apologise for a little bit of a live streaming issue. I'm not sure whether it goes back over whether it goes over the tape or what happens and you get to watch the whole lot. But Steve O'Callaghan and I were on fire in the commentary for that couple of minutes. You probably lost.
They heard it.
Yeah, but not live streaming. They didn't.
The Kangas are actually getting their game together, which is great to see as a supporter. You can't beat that drive by the Lonnie Hamptons and the Josh Greggs and Bo Swartz and them sort of blokes. But even Tate Hulland is really presenting up forward, and Del Willsmore taking the pressure off the backman.
Joby Mead's the one that sent through the technical problems, so well done. He's over in Adelaide, is he, Baz? He sent through that we weren't live streaming properly, so well done.
He should be here playing.
He should be here playing. What's he doing? Having kids and stuff. I mean, come on.
He's not far off coming, right?
So Prelate goes to Scott direction, but it goes to Hampton. Breaks away. Kicks it in front of Willsmore. And he takes it on his chest.
Shoot that, Del.
The breeze will be directly behind him. Left footer.
Well, I reckon while you're down there, can you grab me a heavy 2 lights, please, mate? Show the cameraman, I see him shaking. He needs a bit of a steadier.
So Willsmore in front of the lolly stand here in Ouyen. The crowd have a great view of this. He wheels around to the left.
He slotted it. That's a great kick.
Celebrates to the crowd. Lonnie Hampton's having a couple of great minutes.
Absolutely, yep.
Strong clearances, and Willsmore, he will happily take him on his chest and go back and kick him from anywhere.
Beautiful kick of the footy, Del. That's when you're in the back line and you see people miss easy goals. I tell you what, when you see blokes like Del stand in front of you get easy marks like that. They kick 9 out of 10 goals from anywhere on the ground. They're just good to watch.
Talking about 9 out of 10, Ouyen have kicked 9 out of the last 10 spot, and all of a sudden it's a 24-point lead.
Man, it's
Well done, fella.
To see, isn't it?
That's dropping the ball. How do you no contact?
Perella pushes Cottrell away from the footy. McDonald's under everything. Can't get it out.
Not sure how that disposal could have been deemed legal.
It was.
Offside. Offside, all right. I know, no one wins that
Off
contest.
does well.
Ruckman get it.
Kicks it off his right boot. We got Headley for Ouyen. Nice little tap out. Sapupo handballs. Little chip kick. Doesn't quite find doors. Smith's first to recover. Big handball out, but Sapupo's followed up well. Gathers on the 50. Handballs. Finds its target. Back to Cottrell. And that's almost a great kick.
Well done,
Split
Smith.
in the middle. Smith tried to knock it out of bounds, but intercepted. Top of the goal square.
Davey.
Misses with the
he's missed
spoil.
it.
And at the bottom is Blake McDonald.
Straight in front. It should be a certain goal to the to Wentworth Roos. Half time it is. Give us some scores there, Nico,
So
because he's
got a chance
penciled
here
this one in.
to bring it back to 18 points. Wentworth desperately need this 6th goal on the stroke of half time. And he's made no mistake. So at half time, Ouyen United 9 goals for 58. Lead Wentworth 6 goals for 40. Good quarter by the Kangas. Let's go to half time with an 18-point lead.
Yeah, they've got to be happy with that. That was the confidence booster they've needed, especially since their poor showing last week. You cannot fault when the boys are on. They got some skill. Lonnie Hampton, Perella out of the middle, buddy. Willsmore, they set the joint alight. and took the pressure off the backman, so to speak, especially in that second half of that quarter. Tate Hullen, magic. But, yeah, it was just, look at them, they're hopping, and they weren't like this last week, so that's good to see. We done?
Right, we'll just have a bit of a break here at half time at Blackburn Park. We'll be back when the boys have had a bit of a rest, and see you for the second half. Born ready.
Yep.
Welcome here to Blackburn Park for the start of the third quarter. Both sides have just entered the ground. The umpires are out there. They're ready to go.
Give us a
Got
temperature
a couple of hats
update,
out. Yeah, where is the temperature update? Well, it'll be a lot hotter than what it is at Walpyup, which is where our official one comes from. My phone's not working.
I'll give you one.
I've tried to get a refresh and it's not working for some reason. It's bloody hot anyway.
There you go. On the top of a hill up the back of Kiamel, it's
34 degrees. There you go. Kiamel, that's where the crows fly backwards so they don't get dust in their eyes. That's how bad it is out there. It rained back in 1982. When Noah built the Ark, Steve, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. I think Kai got 2 points out of it.
That was Wentworth.
No, Blackburn Park looks the picture. She's pretty green. Couple of little holes where the sprinklers aren't working quite as good as they could.
But she's a bit heavy, actually.
Did have a little talk to the Shire manager. He couldn't believe how good it looked a couple of weeks ago after fixing a few sprinklers, but he forgot about the 2 inches of rain we had over Labor Day weekend. It probably improved it a tad on its own. So.
Anyway,
I heard a bit of a whisper there was some grubs out there.
A few grubs, the old cockchafers. That's what tennis courts get smashed by, the cockchafers, them little black wormy things. They are no good.
Cutworms?
Yeah, they are no good. And for anyone that thinks I'm swearing, I'm not. That's the official name of those insects.
Yeah, I agree. Do you want the botanical name?
No, I don't need the botanical. Stephen's an agronomist, so he'll give us whatever we want to get, but no one's interested, Steve. So we're about to start the third quarter. I don't think there's been a throw-in on the other side, so we'll talk about Greg's Electrical. That's our Joe the cameraman. He's the principal of Greg's Electrical. We've got Ganneil's Transport, Northwest Ag, Horizon Grain, Poole & Jackson, Pingelly Plumbing, Penelec, Connors and Hoyslers, our major sponsors here at Ouyen. So we've got some good sponsors around the club, but we'll do some housekeeping, filming, football and dartfish. This is proudly brought to you by, with our streaming, Mildura Gateway's a major sponsor, Archie's River 1467 SFNL. And today's sponsors are Southern Cross, NJ Hards, McDonald's, Davison Motors, Burns & Co and BRW Elect. Stephen.
Yeah, Perella and Al go at it. Well, Grace goes through beautifully, gets the hands back to Perella. He gets the quick hands out to Simon Brown on the far wing. Oh, his kick smothered and grabbed by Wentworth. Beautiful kick forward to Supupo, and I can't get that right. He kicks
Smith,
in looking
we'll call him Smith for the rest of the day.
Yep. Russell Clark's grabbed it.
So if you can't follow our commentary,
45.
If you can't follow our commentary for the next little while, our number one commentator Nick Vine's gone to do netball, so we've gotten rid of him. He's banned.
And it's back to the ruffians.
2 apprentices, Joe the cameraman, Steve and myself.
So Russell Clark for Wentworth is going to kick from. He's going to have to kick it from 50. He's backing himself in. He knows how to kick a ball if you ask him, and that is no exception.
Great kick, well through.
Plays Pioneers, he does.
Oh, he plays Pioneers. Oh, so he's no slouch then. He knew what he was doing. He just tapped at that and she went through from a good 50 metres.
And went well through. Didn't even look like getting touched on the line.
And this will be the test for the Kangas, coming out after half-time, eating a few pies and sausage
Peter
rolls.
Russell Clark with the last goal.
Couple of smokes, whatever it takes. It's always a test coming out, especially on a hot day.
It's a long break, that half-time break. It's too long, I think. Sometimes you cool down that little bit too much.
34 degrees. Perella does it well. Greg gets grabbed.
Yeah,
free kick and smothered and everything. He gets it off to Swartz, smart enough, gets it on his left foot, kicking forward towards Willsmore. It's over the top of him. Hampton, oh geez, quick. He's grabbed it in front of Duck. It is, he turns around, goes
Good
inboard.
kick.
Oh, great grab by Simon Brown.
Some good footy there.
30 metres directly in front. Geez, Hampton,
He's
sometimes
fast.
it pays to be low to the ground.
Yeah,
eh?
he's quick, isn't he? Yeah, very impressive. Very explosive.
Greg and Swartz are working it well out of the centre off Perella's ruck.
Swartz had half a step on his opponent, then Greg just had confidence to give him the handball, knowing he was just going to shake him off and go.
Full kick. Oh, Simo.
Ooh, Simon Brown with a
Generally
very
a pretty
rare,
good kick at that sort of stuff.
very rare Incorrect disposal.
One behind. Wenty. The kick in, the big left footer. Kicks it forward. Punch by Perella. Grace again grabs it.
Through traffic.
Beautiful. Jim Valance. Tate Hullen kicks it around the corner again. Oh, they fly. Willsmore's at the fall. He's caught one in the eye. Umpy didn't see it.
Greggy must be getting a little bit sick. He's sitting on a few of those bombs. He's had a few today. He's about 4'2".
Oh, Nico's
Poor old
back.
Lola. We were a seat short and Lola's sitting on the 10. Learning nothing but bad habits for next week.
She's paying money to
Out of
hear the
bounds at the
dribble.
full. Ball will be kicked in directly in front of the Wentworth dugout. Can't even see who's got the booty. Joe, can you tell me who's got it? We can't see quite.
Davey.
The kick forward. Punched over the boundary line by Wentworth.
Ball gets thrown in right in front of the old Billy Buff scoreboard. It's thrown in. Two ruckmen go out a big throw. Oh, almost shark, but not quite. Wentworth are in the van.
This Russell Clark. He's starting to get a hold of
Better
it.
Russell Clark. Kicks it out wide. Should be Smith. Should get onto this one if he can. There's a
Beautiful.
nice mark. Looking backwards with no fear.
Oscar Smith.
Chip
a little chip.
drivers. Yep, well
towards
done.
Nath Davey. Davey on the near side back flank. He goes back to Tim Gloucester. We're back at the 50-metre line.
Ooh,
Kick forward looking for Simon Brown. He gives it back to Gloucester. Oh, his kick smothered by Clark again. He's on fire, this young bloke.
He's had a lot of touches in a few minutes. It's a nice kick too. Well done, Smithy.
Well done by Oscar Smith. He chipped in. They nearly muffed it. Off to Simon Brown. The kick through the middle, looking for Hullen. Tate Hullen grabs it in the middle. Wheels around a floater, looking for Stanley Cox. Stanley Cox on the far forward flank. Kicks it round the corner, looking for Peake. Oh, he uses his big bolt. Goes back, shot a goal. Slotted it.
That's his third.
That relieves the pressure a little bit. Well done, Backman. They weathered the storm there. That Russell Clark's going to take a little bit of hold in here for a minute.
Yeah, no, he's been fairly active, hasn't he, the last few minutes? Old Peter Russell Clark. So
Oscar Smith, 2 intercept marks in a minute there. They're not allowed. Quick Campbell up to Simon Brown. Hit Hullen in the middle. When you take the ball through the middle, it provides opportunities everywhere. And Zach Peake, good body work, takes the mark. I was a bit worried when he played on, but for no good reason. I think he kicked the goal. No dramas at all. So Ouyen back out to a 19-point lead.
ooh, nearly held without the footy.
Off gets the kick. Lake's underneath for Ouyen. Hancock at ground level. Gathers. Handballs over his shoulder. Finds McDonald. Out to Clark. The umpire's in his way.
Peter Russell Clark. Oh, he's hit the post. For those born after the year 2000, Peter Russell Clark was a TV icon years ago. But anyway, not many people. The great bodywork by Greg. Doesn't quite get it anyway.
Cottrell running away from trouble.
Get him, Duck. Good
Smothered
smother by
Greg.
Greg. Great work. Good little 1%er. This is going to be a turnover purely on a bit of good football and 1%ers. Well done. Jimmy's got it. Wheels around. Gets tackled. Not quite heavy enough to break it. Cox stands around. Delivers. Looking for Wilmsmore. Can't quite get the front position. Gets the tackle and holding the ball.
Tackle, gone.
And not given. There's a bounce. That could have went either way.
What's good with Ouyen at the moment is they've got plenty of numbers around the contest, so if they do get in a bit of trouble, they're able to handball their way out of it. Prowler taps it down, Wentworth at the full. Swartz doing his best underneath. It's a bit of a rugby scrum.
Brown was the only one defensive side. 5 of them on the defensive side.
Grace picks it up, right foot snap, Peake. Drops what he should have taken, and out of bounds. Oh.
Boundary umpire, get some glasses. He might have been.
He's probably in position 1A there.
There is a chance he might have been in the right position to make that decision. We might give him the benefit of the doubt.
I think you should.
Anyway, ball thrown in. Perella, Hampton at forward, goes over him. Clark again for Wentworth, goes in hard, gets it, throws it on the left. We got
Smith
and Dawes. Smith gets in a foot race, gets a con bounce. Oh, does a beautiful little Campese goose step.
Sold the candy.
And he kicks it to Brown in space. Oh,
Good
it's
footy.
been a masterclass by Smith at the moment. Brown lowers the eyes, finds Scoop. Morris drops it out to Brown. Little fumble, but gathers, and it's out of bounds.
Right in front of the Ouyen United Hoislers. Sponsored old scoreboard. In front of the old, probably one of the original digital scoreboards in the league, I'd say, Steve, just about. It's thrown up.
How good was Oscar Smith there?
Yeah, he'd been good, yeah.
Grace tries to get a kick away, taking the
Been really
ground.
done with holding the ball.
The ball falls out to Hullen. He's in front of his man, and he gets chased down. Umpire will have the throw up.
That's one rule I really struggle with, the prior opportunity rule. It gets umpired both ways really poorly, I reckon. I just get frustrated with that.
Hampton.
And that's worse on the television.
In a shoebox, kicks it, top of the square. Scott makes a contest throw, comes to ground. Grace gathers, tackle,
didn't have
gone.
No, he's been done. Yeah, probably fair enough too.
Great tackle by Andy Wall.
Needed to slap it on the boot, unfortunately.
Little chip kick, but there's plenty of numbers in the middle. Campbell Davidson runs on and just goes. No, a bit of lax defence there from Ouyen. Monaghan in prime
Good work,
position.
Rosie, good position.
McKinnon does well, I think. And ball's down. Well done by
Well done,
Monaghan.
Rosie.
Gets it to Willsmore. Scott underneath it. Goes over his head. Stanley overruns it. Swartz sees it over the boundary line. No, well done by Ryan Monaghan.
Yeah.
Against it was Jordan McKinnon he was up against and did well to get the tap on to Willsmore. So Ouyen United leading by 18 points. 9.5 minutes into the third quarter. Perella comfortably down the Swartz.
that's
Breaks
good
the
bit of
tackle. Right foot just doesn't
Every
quite get the
bar
hook
kicked the
around it.
goal.
Oh, beautiful tap work.
Wasn't it good?
When you've got a rover that's underneath you like that, it makes life easy.
Gets kicked out from the deep in that back pocket. That's a great weighted kick. That should have been a
No mark
That should have
pay.
been a mark pay.
Morris tries a grubber kick
underground
central.
worm burner.
Stanley Cox just knocks it to Peake's advantage. Handball's back to Swartz, who wasn't quite expecting it.
No,
Look at this.
Handball's over his head to Smith, who
Smith
fumbles.
doesn't. He back. What's he doing with
Scott
that for?
nearly gets taken high. Smith
Like,
taken down. Nearly a dangerous slinging motion
Smith,
tackle.
we hope we pronounced that right.
So Cox will do ruck duties here for the Kangas. Against Off. Off gets it down. Well roved. The kick goes into a dangerous spot for the Kangas. Willsmore on his wrong side. Handball's back to Scott. Handball's to Headley. Strong enough to get a kick away. And Swartz's Gats can't go with the defender there. Great intercept mark by Stockman.
Chips it out wide. Goes back inboard. Nice little couple of kicks there. Oh, that's a mark. That's actually a mark.
Definitely not a mark spot.
It didn't bounce any more than 2 metres in front of him. I reckon he held that.
what about his head,
But yeah,
shoulders, and elbows?
Grace was questioning to the umpire about the in the back. Willsmore was a makeshift ruckman there for Kangas with Perella coming to the bench. The ball's bubbling around. Willsmore down, picks it up, accelerates out of the contest. Morris kicks it inside 50. Bit of a grubber, falls onto the chest of
Rot it down.
Greg.
Oh, Greggy.
chips it onto the
Good
chest.
leg. Beautiful kick.
He kicked about 60 goals at Narragansett, them two blokes.
So, last year at Narragansett, Greggy and Zachy Peake were lace out for the entire couple of years ago. Lace out every game. Peake kicked 60 odd goals, won the league goal kicking, I believe, that year, and Greggy probably gave him 58 or 9 of those 60. So
Reminiscent of
so Greggy didn't even think about shooting for that. He just wheeled around, knew where Zachy Peake was going to be.
reminiscent of Josiah and Willie Waxon, is it?
Great kick.
Oh, yeah.
Good goal. That's his fourth. 2 in each half so far.
Yeah, great bit of play by the Kangas. Willsmore to get the football out of congestion. Quick handball to Morris, gets it forward. Then Greg right into the chest of Peake. And when you've played enough football with someone, you get to know their little intricacies. And I think Peake would have well known that Josh being a left footer is just going to reel around and chip it.
When he wheeled round there, Josh actually only had 2 steps of the look and knew where Peake was going to be, and Peake knew exactly where he had to be. And It still takes that skill to hit someone lace out like that, which is pretty impressive.
24-point lead for the Kangas. 12 and a half minutes gone here in the third quarter. No real clear advantage in the ruck. Oh, great little bit of acceleration away from Wentworth on the left foot. Morris back with the flight.
He's got it.
Pupo made a good contest there for Wentworth, and Tommy Headley just escorts it over the line. Morris has got up. No dramas there from the collision.
The boundary umpire will throw it in directly in front of the egg sign or the Ouyen Bakery sign. Well, McGregor O'Callaghan. Was it McGregor? I can't see. Oh,
don't argue.
Just bulldoze your way through. And he's done for holding the ball, but geez, that was tough.
So Willsmore gets the free kick, even though he was the one that got pushed down. I think Monaghan might have been the one that completed the tackle. Willsmore finds Hullen.
Good kick.
He might go back to Willsmore in the inside here.
Right in front of the Penelec sign. It's chipped down. Will be marked in front of the Karingal contract. I think he got a finger.
What the hell?
I think it's high contact.
Finger in the eye, I reckon he copped there early.
So
It was all over him.
Duck takes off the kick in the middle.
Oh.
Falls to Smith. Valance.
Well done, Smith.
Just breaks away. Kicks it. Good luck, Schwartz, he says. And he's nearly marked it. He's still working over the top of it.
Well
Handballs
done.
to Grace. Peak.
Oh,
Hampden's going to run onto this. Can he get back in the foot race?
grab him.
Kept his
Yeah,
feet.
well done.
Still over it. Good numbers for Wentworth, but Peak ends up with it.
Kick it, Peaky.
Handballs to Greg. Little chip to Scott. That's not
No,
15.
not 15.
Scott, handballs to Mead.
Duck, don't miss. Duck, don't miss. And he's let me down. He's let me down. That's the first time he's missed in 2 years. I did have a chat in his ear about duck, don't miss, and he's nervous. He'd be hearing me, I reckon.
Too much pressure, mate.
Oh, I can't believe he let me down.
Owen sort of missed an opportunity there to put the margin out. Would have been 30 points if he kicked it.
Oh, Lonnie Hampton, I think I like him.
Yeah, good. Well, good shepherd.
Kick in, Perella and Dawes. Big, small spoiler there by Perella. Monaghan well read. Hulland over his head.
She was on.
Grills has got a bit of time to collect. Keeps it low. Valance
well done,
almost
Valance.
takes instant
He
mark.
read that well.
Him and Curran fight over it. Hooper.
Well done.
And he's given away
Is
a
that a free
kick.
kick? For
I'm
what?
not sure. I missed the umpire's
Too
call
high,
there.
was it? Well, he's a long way away, but I didn't say
Hooper
that.
kicks it down the line. They've chucked Andy Wall forward, just trying to create something here. Tommy Headley's going to beat him back, and
Oh, that's close. Out of bounds on the full. Really
Sees
come
it
off the
over
back
the
of his
line.
heel. Really come off the back of his heel.
Full control.
Anyway, umpire, a little bit closer than us. This will get thrown in front of the Penelec sign.
Let's bring it on.
And I can't see what I've written on this sheet here, but it's a little less 300 metres away, so...
Yeah, try these glasses that I've got on, mate. Well, 1550s. Oh, Perella's got
Perella got a free kick. He doesn't get many. Old big Andre.
he's got Morris on short to his right if he wants.
I don't think I want him when it comes to the rotating dinner. I reckon he'd eat half a sheep, I reckon. Look at him. Big boy.
Oh,
Good
absolutely
mark.
50 metres with the push in the back, but not given. Blake Smith playing one of his better games for the Kangas too, as is his brother Oscar. Goes long down the line. Harlan's got a bit of a job here and doesn't quite get over the line. Good little quick hands by Wentworth, and they're out here through Cottrell.
Great
Mead
tackle.
comes in.
Well done.
It impacts the play. Morris gathers, immediately tackled by Davidson.
A bit scarred, Steve, by the big ruckman at these rotating dinners. We had the big Russian come to my joint there a few years ago and had a roast, and I reckon he ate 3 to 4 kilos of roast alone without everything else.
Willsmore handballs to himself, looking for the holding, but not paid.
Balance, beautiful work.
Hullen's had a bit of work to do, outnumbered. Duck throws it on the boot, and it falls out. Valance first over it. Good handball forward by Davison. They're out here. Hooper. Handballs, great.
Oh.
Pressure by Smith, but it's back to Hooper. Inside 50 it goes. Andy Wall in prime
Great
position.
mark.
the backman playing forward.
Well, Wentworth need to change something, and it could prove quite fruitful if he's able to finish here.
Joe, the cameraman's assistant, just said, no, they don't, mate. They don't need to change nothing. They can stay as they are and just get beaten and do the right thing. They don't need to be improving anything.
Look at the changes here, boys.
They're ringing them pretty hard and fast. They must be getting tired.
And that's
he's
another poster.
Been a lot today.
Given there's no breeze whatsoever.
That's
Like
like
Sheffield.
watching me putt.
Oh, great grab.
Lake able to reel it in with one hand. He's got Mead just by himself and Headley. Just looking to go longer. He might dance around the man on the mark. He's done that a couple of times today, but goes to Gloucester. And he's got Monaghan who's pushed hard to the other side and he'll run. Kicks
Monaghan.
it to Valance. Both go to ground. Valance and Hooper still fighting over it. The ball's bumbling around. Wall tries to soccer it and it's still bumbling. Can't really score much from here. And the umpire will have it.
Right in front of the Ouyen mix sign. Oh, Jason Morris starting up over in Swan Hill, if you're listening.
The bounce down Perella again to Greg across the Swars. They've been on fire today. A beautiful kick to Cox on the far wing. Stanley Cox.
He can't play on out of bounds, so
He's
it's
kicked it
interesting.
forward, looking for Hamptons over the back. It's grabbed well by Wentworth. The little dummy kicked forward down the wing. No one really wants it. Yes, they do. Oh, they're away now. They've got it to the near inside. Who have we got here? He's nearly run down by Harry Scott. The kick forward. Nathan Davey leads in the chase. He wheels round and goes short, looking for Ryan Monaghan, father of the year. I'll announce a new father. Ryan Monaghan passed it back to Davey, who goes back to Tommy Headley. Tommy Headley across the face of goal, looking for Big Perella and Big Andre. He's had a good day today.
Had to be a good kick because if it were on the ground, it would have been a bit of a chance.
Andre down the far wing, looking for his coach in Greg. Greg spills it, kicks back inboard by Wentworth and grabbed by, give me a number. It is Sapupo that I can't pronounce properly. Peter Russell Clark's got her again.
And he's kicked it out.
I'd just like to ask the question, where was he in the first half?
Don't know, but we've called his name a lot in the second half.
In that first 5 minutes of this second half, he must be a pinch hitter, that young boy.
I'd like to see where he was actually on the field.
We
haven't called him a lot.
He's done. He's hurt his ankle, the poor fella.
He's got the boot off and he'll take a minute there, I think.
He might be just creating a bit of space.
Just most snuck through.
Tom Headley from fullback.
Orange should be able to waltz out of here with the extra man. It's just whether they can locate the kick. Goes into a one, Swartz.
Oh, big
well
mark.
intercepted, and there it is.
Hello, who we got? Hancock.
No, McKinnon.
He's called from the ambulance.
Oh, sorry, maybe half a current. Hard to tell. And missed another chance here, Wentworth. Can't see the number, sorry.
Yeah, they've got a bit more pressure on them than they had in the first quarter, so...
No, it was McKinnon.
Headley goes short, looking for Brody Lake. Brody Lake in the back, near side back pocket for the Kangas. He comes down the near side, looking for Cox or Perella, and it's punched away from him and over the boundary line by young Ow.
So 22-point lead to the Kangas. Wentworth have had the ball in their half for the last 5-6 minutes, but haven't been able to create the most, take the most out of their chances.
Yep.
Ball goes to Lake, can't quite gather it. Quick snap out of the contest. Hancock gathers, tries to go around Timmy.
He's gone.
Taken, and the boundary line is the winner.
Timmy latched onto him then.
That's not a decision.
He had two options and he got caught, but Umpy didn't see it that way. The ball in, Perella and out. Perella the big fist, down to Grace, grabbed by Mead. The left footer for Mead, looking for Cox, and Cox marks it beautifully inside the boundary line. Kicks towards Hullen, gets one late from Duck. Hullen plays on, kicks towards Peake at full forward. Oh, he's pushed in the back. No, he's not. It's play on. Who's that? Simon Brown?
Simon Brown's got the high free kick.
So write this one down if he's got the leg, Steve.
Yeah, he's a good kick for the old stager. He prides himself on his accuracy, the boy.
Even Andy Wall's coming off
It's just whether the legs are rolled. That's the only question. He's got gonna have to kick it from. He's gonna have to kick. Yeah, he's gonna have to kick it from 40.
42 or 3. I'm going back in.
He's got a Harry Scott by himself. He wants to dart to the right.
9 to 1, Steve.
I wouldn't.
I reckon I'm going to put my house on him.
Yeah, no worries.
And done it easy. Kicked it over the fence.
There you go. You're right, Dino. He missed one earlier, and he doesn't like doing that twice.
Great front and centre position there by Brown. Head over the ball, and was all over the ground ball and got the tackle. So Ouyen leading by 28 points, 23 and a quarter minutes gone in the third quarter. And Wentworth just don't quite have the same sting they had early in the game when they kicked the first 4 goals of the contest. Off, bangs it forward, Hancock and Gloucester. And has it been spoiled in?
No, good mark.
Wayne? Hancock? No, he's been given the mark.
Yep.
It was a good contest.
And isn't this an important kick close to 3/4 time?
He doesn't miss many of these. He's a pretty good kick of the footy.
He's
just thrown a couple of little short steps sideways like his buddy shadow boxing out there. Did you see that when he's walking back? I don't know if he's trying to test his ankle or Achilles or whatever it is, but a beautiful kick of the footy normally. He struck that pretty good. There it is.
He likes it.
He's trying to lift his team, boys.
That's his third.
Hancock recognising the moment, takes his opportunity, and it's back to 22 points, I believe, with the score not on the board. 22 points, yes.
That it is.
Good work by Off to get the clearance.
Interesting game this week. Like Ouyen United have kicked 12 goals. They only kicked 3 for the whole game last week, and I reckon Wentworth's score wasn't overly big last week either. I don't think. Lost by a point, but I don't think there was actually many goals kicked either. So both sides are probably in front goals-wise than what they were last week.
So Ouyen have sent Cox behind the ball just to try and shore things
Well done,
up.
Smith.
Good little, very important little handball there.
Handballs forward and
Too
Brown
high.
gets
Brown's
another high.
just stuck his head over it and got a free kick out of probably good
Not
positioning more than anything.
So there's a spare number for Wentworth in front of Peak. So Brown's going to try to pick something out here. And it might not have been by design.
Oh, no, that was always a pass.
But Holland in front takes the uncontested mark. And he'll have a chance to put the Kangas back out to 28 points in front.
He's kicked one. I reckon he'll nearly kick this.
Confidence up today, the big fella.
He's pulled it, I think.
With the distance.
Pulled it to the left. 23-point margin late in the third quarter.
He's telling where to go. Look at this. Oh, we're coming this way. He's going this way.
Got to come this way.
So Aaron Duck gives it a big hoof, and it's all owned at the full here. Willsmore can't quite grab it, falls out the Cox, takes on one, a little snap kick forward, and Lonnie Hampton.
It was aimed at him, but just didn't quite get it to him.
Was half a sniff there, but the ball just didn't quite stay in long enough.
He's thrown in just in front of the Ouyen Bowling Club, which have got their big carnival on this weekend. If you'd like to come to Ouyen and join in and be part of it, I think they start either today or Monday. Might start Monday, goes all week. Well, seems to go all week. Might go for 3 or 4 weeks.
Ball goes through the legs of Wentworth. Hampton can't quite gather cleanly. Keeps it in though.
Ooh, that looked out to me.
The ball's still in.
Oh, he's still there.
Someone's got to show that young kid where the boundary line is. I think he's lost sight of it. It looked like it was almost over the fence, I think, a couple of times.
I'm going to back the umpire in their spot. We've got Smith. Kick out boss. Sapupo falls Simo Brown. Just needs to find a quick kick inside. Oh, he took a little bit more than he needed there, Brown. Sapupo. High up and under.
How did that go?
We're not real good.
And Smith. Here we are at 3/4 time. Ouyen United 12 goals, 7-79 to Wentworth 8-56. Sets up for a good last quarter. Wentworth probably in the last half of that quarter have had a little bit of ascendancy. Peter Russell Clark was quite dominant through that quarter, and I don't know where he was in the first half, but Boys, it'll be a good last quarter. Bit of nutrition. Best players, Steve, any you reckon? No, we're off. So, best players, I think the midfield again is starting to get on top. I'm pretty happy with where they're at. I think there's 4 or 5 through that midfield that are rotating through are quite solid. Zachy Peake's starting to actually make some good moves.
When you got it delivered like he's getting it delivered, mate, there's no reason why you can't. Even I could kick goals, I reckon, if I've put down my throat like that, mate.
Yeah, I mean, Davey was good again. Simon Brown probably had a pretty good quarter.
Yeah, he bobbed up.
You know, even Jimmy Valance was...
Yeah, he done some good things, mate.
You know, he's done some good things, stepped through and always seemed to find some space. So, look, I think pretty happy with where they're at this stage. Obviously, I don't need to back off the pedal at all in the last quarter, but...
I've been a backman admirer that I am. I love the Oscar Smith, Tom Headley, those... Alex Morris, them blokes set it all up, and this Brodie Lake's just fitting in nicely across there too, so they've got some good cattle there. Let's hope they can keep it together. Lonnie Hampton, he's an explosive dynamite machine, isn't he?
Yep, and look, I honestly believe Ouyen United are only just touching it where they could end up. I think they're a long way off knowing what every player does and how we all fit in and how it all works, and it'll take a few weeks to actually get some confidence around where we're actually at as a football club and where the individual players are. And I mean, even last week they didn't play very well, but you could see some upside there every now and then. And I think this week's proving that there is a lot of upside. It's just a matter of actually kicking some goals.
Confidence is a wonderful thing, and you can see that, so that's great.
Right, well, we'll sign off and we'll come back with the last quarter in a few minutes. Thank you.
Start of the last quarter here at Blackburn Park. Ouyen 12 goals, 779.
Hang on, Nick, you're jumping the gun, mate. We've got to get there. We've got to bits and pieces. Filming footy and darkfish. That's what it's all brought to. You're on the football, but we haven't started the bloody footy yet. You can go in a couple of seconds. Thanks to all our sponsors. Go, Nick.
Smith over the top of doors.
Too high,
trying
twice.
to get it out. Sapupo handball up. Handball to himself by McDonald there. Comes out. Kicks it. Full forward. Dave in front position. Great mark.
Grab.
That's a bit of confidence there for
I've been
Nathan
impressed with
Davey.
him today. He's been good.
Finds Mead.
He actually plays tall, too. Like, he's not an overly big bloke, but he actually plays quite tall. I like him.
Mead puts it to the advantage of Harlan.
Yeah.
Punks them up.
Good little shepherd there. I like.
Harlan goes down the line. Willsmore in prime position. Hampton over it. Scorts it over the boundary line. Wentworth defenders just did enough to.
Only because this ball's getting
Willsmore.
thrown in right in front of the tuck shop, mate. I'm going to have to make mention of Leah McGlynn's pumpkin soup today. Absolutely sensational. Come to the football. That's my favourite part of football, is find out who makes a good homemade soup. Well done.
Swartz
Good work.
gets it out to Willsmore. Harlan's in front position. Ball bounces nicely for him. Handballs to Grace. Try to take on Wall.
Poor decision, mate.
He didn't know about the zig or zag, and Wall got every single bit of him.
Ooh, it threw it at him
He's
pretty
gone.
hard. Could have nearly give away a 50 if you wasn't watching.
And Wall's gone back into defence, obviously, for Wentworth. And good little bit of run off by Grills.
That's Bear.
Chips it low. Not quite taken by
Oh,
Davison.
meaning.
He runs through though on his left. Brown's got 2 to beat.
Oh, yeah.
And
He did a
it's
free kick
been
here.
given
He
the
did a
free kick.
I'm not sure that's there, actually. That's a genuine 2-on-1. Bodied him out of the road. That shouldn't be a free kick.
Good chip kick to Swartz. He's got Greg in the middle. Cottrell and Clark worry him out of that, but he's
Yeah,
created
good kick.
something in the
Right at
middle.
the sun.
Headley takes a mark. He's got Lake running by. He want to get onto his right foot. Still able to do it.
Good kick.
Great kick to Morris.
That should be 50. Tackled after the mark.
Depending on where the umpire sets the mark here, and we're not quite sure what the breeze is doing, Scoop Morris might just be able to get something here if
No,
he
it's too
runs
far
around.
for him, I think. You're going to have to kick from 55 or 6.
I think he could wheel around here if nothing's presenting.
Where he swallowed this, boys.
Oh, it's a long way.
He chips it in front of Willsmore.
Yeah, great kick. And that's 50 again.
50,
That is
mate.
57
Get
days a
it
week.
back. Come on, you can't tolerate that crap.
Mead
Good on you,
needs to
Sam
make
Mead.
sure he
Throw a
doesn't do
few bloody,
anything.
throw a few jumperies.
No, not paid.
No.
That's
You've got to remember which
garbage.
side of the football fence we're sitting on here, Barry.
I'm sorry, but that's poor, mate. He's on the payroll, Barry. He's on the payroll. Expectation.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll back Willsmore from here anyway. I think he'll kick this.
You're probably better kicking this far out anyway.
So this will put United up by 29 points if he can put it through the big sticks. He's a quality kick, Willsmore.
Looks like he pulled that a bit.
Pulled it just a bit.
He's actually fresh off a knee reconstruction last year, and he actually hasn't shown any bad signs yet. He actually looks like he's moving pretty good.
Don't jinx him for God's sake.
I don't know, but it's actually pretty tough for a bloke to come out back after a knee reconstruction like
Hit
that.
top
And
form like that.
yeah, he's actually played pretty good last week, and well, he didn't play very well last week. He was very ordinary last week, but he was the best of our players almost last week. So
Wall stabs the eyes out of it.
good kick.
Finds the Poopo. Clark's by himself.
Peter Russell Clark. Everyone born after 2000 needs to Google him and find out who Peter Russell Clark actually was. He's a legend.
They got no idea.
No, they haven't. No, there's no way known that's a mark. There was 6 people touched that. I know he paid it, but he wasn't first to grab it.
Smith almost hands in the
that's
back,
gonna
falls
fall
to
that
Hancock, left foot,
Good kick.
dribbler, doesn't bite.
Oh, it didn't bite.
He knew what he was
Oh,
doing.
Paddy Noel, thank you very much. Too much grass and it didn't grab.
It looked very good off the boot, but just did not grab. Did not take the slope.
I've got a question for you, boys.
Yep.
Has Bo Swartz actually broken into a sweat today? I don't think he's sweated today.
You don't reckon?
No. He's just cool all the time.
Always, he's like Reece Jones. He always just got space around him.
I don't think he's actually sweating, mate.
For a Darwin
35
local,
degrees.
these would be nice conditions, I'd say, without the humidity that they usually face. And
I don't know. He's just doing it easy.
nice little spoil by.
He won't need a shower.
Bit Wayne Grace-like. They just seem to hit contest front and centre and don't break stride and get back, like, taps off backs, and they just go good.
So, Ouyen playing Headley behind the ball.
Still 34 degrees, so it's still bloody hot. Thrown in. Smith gets it down to Wentworth's advantage. There'll be another ball up right in front of the Ouyen tyre service. Is it? What is it? Ouyen tyre service, or is it
Ouyen
Ouyen
Auto.
Auto? Is it Matt Barry? Matt Barry. There you
Can you
go.
borrow his glasses, Baz? Get him some
Guys,
glasses.
it's bloody.
For God's sake.
I could shoot a fox from that far out, but I can't see.
Good hands there by Hooper, but Cottrell was nudged over the boundary line before he kicked it.
Actually, can you see over the back, Barry? Can you zoom in and see how good that green, that back oval is? I put about 600 kilos of rear on that there last week. It'll be interesting to see if it's starting to grow or not. Gets thrown in. Ruckman go at it. Well, Wentworth, that's well shark. That's good footy. Oh, that's a tackle. He didn't have all the ball and should be given it, and he has. Yeah, good decision there by the umpire.
Still hot and potato. That's good, though.
Who's got this? Is it Davison? I can't quite see the number.
McDonald.
Who is it?
Blake McDonald, I think.
McDonald.
Even lower, I don't know who it is.
15, sorry.
15,
Harper
it's current. Harper current.
I called it the first.
Yeah, but you weren't bloody sure.
So Harper Curran.
He struck it pretty good, I think. Nice goal.
There you go.
It's his
So-
first for the game.
Wentworth closed it back to 17 points. Still plenty of time left in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. On the day you want a breath of wind and there's not one breath of wind.
Oh, Stephen, it's not going to rain on Mosby like this.
In a fishing boat.
Well, that's where we should be fishing, absolutely. It's coming up Easter. So if you're listening, New South Wales fishies, just let a heap of water go to make sure no one catches a fish over Easter. That's what happens every year. So throw this one up. Cox will go into the ruck. Something a bit different for him. Doesn't quite win it. Oh, too high, which he's had hold of a jumper. So, geez, I don't know whether that's right or not. But anyway, I'd have thought that's almost a fair tackle. Here I am back an umpire. Shit, I don't do that very often.
He does stand up in the tackle, so you can't argue with it.
Yeah.
He does hold his feet well, Swartz.
Oh, that's a very quick handball. I'd say it's almost a flick pass from 30-odd year ago. The ball will go out of bounds right in front of the Ouyen Bakery.
Morris could feel a bit aggrieved not to get the downfield free kick too.
Talking about
He
the
was
Ouyen Bakery.
taken to the ground.
Oh, Leah, with that bloody good soup today, I'll tell you what, she's top notch. She was top notch. I pride myself on going and tasting the local soups, and it was really good. Cox in the ruck, gets it, knocked it
Jason
full.
would be worried, I tell you.
Penelec sign out the end there. Boys that are setting up Australia's solar systems. Got their fingers in a lot of pies, them boys. They are absolutely kicking goals. Great to have them proudly Ouyen born and bred, and they're doing some great stuff. Well done, boys. It gets thrown in. Cox knocks it forward. Oh, bounce up, please, and it has. He's onto the left. What's the left like? And it's pretty much like mine. That's out of bounds in the full. No, not quite. When I say the left was like mine, I was actually left footer. It's still ordinary.
It was shocking. Lonnie Hampton, he's signed this boy.
Oh no, he's good football today.
I reckon you wanted to get something out of this 4 inside 50. Mead over it, breaks the tackle, centres the footy. Headley in prime position. Headley!
He's a good mark. He's a good mark.
That's a very good look by Sam Mead, kicking that into centre half 40. Only had one step to have a look and just put the ball perfectly to Headley's position, his advantage, and
He's one of the best overheads we've got.
It was a tough season for the Kangas last year, obviously, and Tommy Headley still managed to make into the top 10 goal kickers in the competition.
Yep.
He'll be looking to add his name to the goal scorers right now. And he loves it.
good. Well done, Tommy.
Ouyen United, 13 goals, 8-86, leading Wentworth 9-9-63 here at Blackburn Park. Well rowed by Mead and put it to the danger spot, and Headley, right spot, right time.
Like Headley in the top 10 goal kickers for the league, but I still think he's a better centre half back than he's centre half forward. Like he's a gun at centre half back. We've been forced to playing forward because we haven't had forwards, so and it's great that someone like that can go both ways. Pretty impressive.
He's just good overhead and good reader of the ball.
He's just jogged back to centre half back spot.
There you go.
Forward.
I've got the magnet here. I'm just pushing around the ground as I see fit.
What's your name, Andy Jardine?
Good tackle.
Well done by Dawes. Taps it forward from Wentworth. No one can grab it cleanly. Cox gets it to Swartz. Kicks it down the line. Greg trying to do his best
foot and a half.
Cullen. Oh, over his head.
Well read by Aaron Duckett at the back for Wentworth. Takes a risky kick down the middle. Swartz, big spoil. Scott's got a little bit of time to gather here. Handballs cleanly to Mead. Headley applies the pressure and well handballed out. Wentworth just got the extra number and they've done enough to get it out of congestion. Cottrell here. Gathers. Throws on his right boot. Morris and Davison. Morris, good strafe, can't quite handle it. Handballs to Valance. He wasn't quite clean off the ball, and here go Wentworth inside 50. Everyone's gone the ground.
Both sides were holding.
Falls to Hancock. He plays for the free kick, not given. Big knock forward there. And Russell Clark on the left. He's goaled it. Great knock over there by Davison, I think.
I don't know what to say about all that. Humpy probably should have intervened, I would have thought.
Yeah, but he swallowed the whistle. I think it was 2 or 3 either way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He had the opportunity to...
Jeez, I can't believe I'm backing umpires' decisions.
Yeah, lost the plot, haven't you?
That was an important finish there by Russell Clark.
Yeah.
Handy been onto his left side there. And it's back to a 17-point game.
Lola tells us he's no slouch, so... can play.
Pioneers, man.
So, bit of a litmus test here for Ouyen. Can they just grind out the next 10 minutes, get another goal or 2 on the board just to put this game to bed? So Stanley Cox is doing
9-69. Oh, the bingo call, I know what he'll be saying.
Well done, McDonald gets it to Cottrell. He's lifted the last few minutes.
He has.
Scott gathers, gets around one.
Well done, boy.
Kicks it inside 50. Swartz brings it to ground.
Greg.
Josh Gregg handballs. Here's the voice of Joel Grace. Right foot snap, doesn't get the bend.
Jeepers.
Great handball by Greg, just to the voice of Grace there.
Have a look.
How important is that voice, boys? Fundamental.
I haven't seen
One thing the old
Perella.
man never did call for the footy. He didn't have to, he always had his hand.
Haven't seen Perella
Been
for
a
a
long
little
time.
while. Nor Gregson. Kick in, one-on-one here. Scott's got a big job. Brings it to ground. Can he wrap it up?
Well done, boy.
He fights hard. And here come the support. Tommy Headley, one-hand scoop it. Well done by the Wentworth
on you,
player to
Harry.
get it. Great kick inside. Well done, Monaghan. He fumbles. Can he get back over it, lock it in?
Good harassment there.
It looked like
Swallow the whistle.
He's good on ushering the arm gestures. Cox and out. They go at it. Oh, well rowed by Cottrell. He goes forward for Wentworth, looking for Hancock, who out positions Gloucester. Well done. Bit of hustle and bustle. Well done by Headley again. Across the lake. In the last line of defence. The kick forward. Looking for Samuel Mead. Takes a mark. Well done, the boys. They're under pressure. Samuel Mead. Near back flank for the Kangas. Kicks along the near side. Grandstand side. Looking for Cox. He flies, but no avail. He grabs it again, and it's over the boundary line. There's a bit of intensity in the game all of a sudden. I know everyone would be absolutely spent at the moment.
I think the lunatic soup's starting to work then underneath.
The natives are getting restless. Cox over the top of but well rowed by Wentworth. The kick forward looking for, Davey outpositions him nearly in his back, but he does it well. Davey grabs it for the Kangas, kicks it forward, looking for Lake. Lake's under it, takes it nicely.
Jeez, big non-call by the umpire, but well done to Nathan Davey.
He used his body.
Lake
Down
the line. Hampton's got to fly here against Wall. Wall can't quite take it.
Blake Smith gets it forward. Hampton again. Oh, Blakey Smith and Wall are going at it. That's good. The young bull and the old bull. I like it a lot.
So Off's had a great couple of minutes here in the ruck against Cox. Another clear tap out. Greg. Willsmore's been taken, but nothing doing.
He's right. He's allowed to be. You're allowed to do that then.
Off, just jumping high and hard.
Cox
Doesn't quite get the handball away.
He's tied to incorrect disposal again.
The crowd went off. Shoot it! Go on, Beto!
Cox kicks it forward towards Peake. Peake's on the outside. He's got the big body. Over the back is Swartz. Beautiful hands. Harry Scott's on top, but it's run over the top. He went to ground at the wrong time. Ran away beautifully by Wentworth. Down the far side wing. In front, Alexander Morris. He's got it again. Well done. Nathan Davey picks it off him. Joel Grace brings it to ground. Back to Wentworth. Oh, he kicks it round the corner. They're out here.
Wentworth got time and space. Hancock doubles back. Great tick lead and takes a mark.
What do you call that lead?
A tick lead.
Wow.
Where it's like shaped like a tick.
No, we don't need pictures, mate. We just need to where do we put the score down?
Gee, that's old. Geez, I am old. Yeah, a tick lead.
So he was leading back to goal. That's the long side of the tick, and then the short. That's a short lead back to the ball carrier. He's giving it a fair roost.
A touch. Wait till I tell Tim Gloucester that he got outmarked on a tick lead.
Yes. Terminology, Stephen. We're learning heaps here at the bloody Blackburn Park.
17 minutes gone. Greg behind the ball, just trying to provide some experience and composure. Lake finds Monaghan.
Oh, back to Lake.
He runs through the middle. And he's opened up the game. Simon Brown, he's got the whole wing to himself. He takes his second bounce. Number 3. He keeps going.
Number 4, nearly. He's got him. Simo Brown. Oh, reminiscent.
I reckon old mate got called for travel before. It was less than that.
Nah.
It must have been close.
Oh, doesn't matter. He'd taken 3 bounces. He'd earned the right to step a couple extras.
So Holland.
Pick your feet up, Willsmore. You're getting slow.
Holland put Ouyen up by 23 points. With a bit of a stuttery run up, but it does not matter. He's put it through the middle.
He's a happy boy.
Take second.
2 goals for Holland. And Ouyen leading by 23 points. Almost at the 20-minute mark, I believe, in the 4th quarter.
Oh, Simon Brown down the outside wing. Gee whiz.
So, Kangas with the 4-goal lead. Just have to play a little bit of smart footy and they'll be right. Simon Brown's all by himself in this wing. If it goes out there, Cottrell handballs out to Simon Brown's wing. Sapufo, he's been good this second half.
Yeah, he's no slouch.
He's played on, chipped it in front of Clark Monaghan, trying to go for a spoil. Well read Headley, just boots it forward. Spoil over the top, comes to Willsmore, left foot, out in front of Hampton. How do you like it?
Kick.
Laces out.
Left footers. We're always better than the right footers, Stephen. Always have been, always were.
Clearly.
So Hampton tips it over top Peak.
That was that good.
Does just enough. Trying to take a little bit extra time here. Owen would love. Hampton at the top.
He actually worked that.
Hampton across the face. Well spoiled through.
Yeah, that was actually set up. The old fake doing my shoelaces up, knowing done well. He was handballing over the top every time.
It's an old one, that one.
Yeah, yep. Well done.
Handy behind that because it means Wentworth have to score 5 times to win.
Well, they've only kicked 10 goals in the whole game. They only kicked 5 goals to win, so you think that's almost beyond them at this stage. Maths would say. He's gone the raw Rito down the middle, and it's been a hacked up thing, but it's hit targets. Kicked it straight sideways. He chaps it out wide. Look, Jesus, that's a tough. Good mark. Well done.
Good little mark there. Goes out the far side.
It's a nice kick. Wentworth have done this all day, actually. They've overlapped beautifully with the extra player. They've used the ball well. The switch is on. No, he called play on. He chipped it out wide in front of the Gred's electrical sign. Scoop's got it. No chance of getting rid of that. Gets driven into the ground. No. There'll be a ball up directly in front of the Northwest Ag Services sign.
Smart
For all your
Morris.
chemical needs and fertiliser needs, go and see Northwest Ag and Kate Nixon. There you go. Ball gets hacked forward. Good mark at centre half forward by Off or Ugg or Ooch or whatever his name is. Ouch.
Yeah.
We'll call him. Oh, that's a great tackle. That is a great tackle. And 50 after they've kicked it through the goal. No score.
There you go. Well done, Sam Mead, I'd say.
Yeah, Sam Mead put most of the tackle on, and I'm not sure he's actually going to get the kick. Is that a second 50? Where's another whistle? So that's 100.
It's 250s.
So what's going on?
I don't think the umpire is very happy about getting a bit of lip there, just quietly.
I know Mead's not hurrying to get that ball back from the net.
While she's kicking, why should he?
If that's 100, I think he's got his judgment a tad out, but it might be only 50. Might be only 50. So those that are doing the stats, we'll call him Duck, but it's Sam Mead. He should have a shot from here because he's missed one today. He hasn't missed in 2 years. I reckon he can shoot it.
He owes us.
Big raw Rito. Yeah, but I reckon he'd kick it. He's that good. Duck Mead, he's that good. Chips it sideways. Space to burn. Hang on. We've got a shot for goal. Dallas Willsmore's been held and infringed off the ball. He is 20 metres. He is 20 metres directly in front, and will have a shot with no degrees of difficulty whatsoever, apart from the fact that you've got to put it on your boot and kick the bloody thing.
Bruce have just got a little bit untidy there, haven't they?
Yeah, that's been 3 or 4 minutes of a little bit undisciplined, which has been unlike them for the day. They've been pretty good today.
It's been a good game of footy, actually.
Yeah, I think they've probably been undermanned a little bit. I mean, United's got some superstars on that side, and Wentworth are playing better as a team than what United are, but United have got the score on the board, so, and there'll be some upside from their game as well. Willsmore walks in. He's kicked 1 for the day. He's now kicked 2 for the day. And United have snuck away with a little bit of a gap here. And it was 5 goals before to get run over. Now it's 6 goals when you've only kicked 10 for the game. I think you can pretty much pull the siren and do a mercy rule because it's not going to happen in 2 minutes.
So Ouyen reaching the 100 mark. There'll be a little bit of extra time on, I believe, this quarter, just with a few.
Joe the cameraman's going that good. He's asked for a beer. That's how he's travelling.
He's having a good day.
Lola's had about 15 since she's been up here. She's been hooking them back. She's new to this little esky thing and she's loving it up here. She's been around us for the afternoon, learned some bad habits. Big knock forward by Wentworth. Peter Russell Clark gets it. Good tackle by Rosie. Well done. We'll get the handball back. Josh Craig over the top, was it? And he's been a sling tackle and need him in his guts for it too, which he actually, that's twice. Umpire, that should actually be reported, not just 50, that was twice. I'd like to have a bit of a look at that footage. If you've got a review process at the Sunraysia Football League, that's 2 knees. He should be reported over that. That's disgraceful. And I tell you what, Joshy Gregg has managed to get himself a 25 metre. He's got a 25 metre penalty. That's the shortest 50 I've ever seen.
Well, switched on there by the defender there. Hooper, hard kick into the middle. Davison breaks the tackle. Left foot, Russell
Good
Clark's
kick.
by himself. He's got
Run, young fella.
numbers, options everywhere. Well done by
Alan.
Alan against Cottrell. Timmy Gloss is there, support.
He handballed that. Umpire's called holding the ball.
Bulldogs.
He's been wrong-sided there. He probably had Tate's back and did not see it. We will give him the benefit of the doubt,
Yumpy.
but he has got that one wrong.
I'm sorry, you got it wrong. You can get some wrong.
So
Not
Cottrell,
my opinion. You're not allowed to get stuff wrong, Barry. They pay him a lot of money.
Cottrell's got a chance to bring it back to 24 points. He's been one of their best today, Cottrell.
15-10 to 10-10 at this stage. It's actually been a good game. He's going to go around the body. He's been watching too much television. Watch this. She's garlic football.
He's nailed it though, Spot.
Good goal.
Onto the motorbike out behind the goals. And a late reward there for Cottrell, as I mentioned, being one of Wentworth's best.
Yeah, a bit of a sting's gone out of the crowd. A bit of a sting's gone out of the commentary box. We're 25 and a half minutes into
I think the sting's
the last.
just coming in, mate.
You reckon? You reckon? Oh, well, there's a little bit of lunatic soup starting to work down below stairs there, but we yeah, actually, we will get after this game's finished, we'll get Lola, our apprentice Joe the cameraman, to come forward and actually say a few things, and she probably knows every player out there for Wentworth like we don't. Well, I say we don't, Steve and I. Nick gets a few right every now and then, but we'll get Lola to make a couple of special comments on who she thought played well for Wentworth at the finish.
No, it's been quite handy having the sort of intel on how to pronounce some of the names. I
She does have Daly heritage,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
to her disadvantage.
Which
Not
is
the most
almost
intelligent people have ever come
which is
up.
almost part of our club, Nandali.
Anyway,
Best people you ever want to meet.
Dawes, great tap. He follows up, socket forward. Sapupo overruns it. Greg doing his best. Simon Brown hacks it forward.
Bounce crooked. Doesn't.
Grills on his left. Finds Davison. He's got Hancock on.
Good kick.
Great kick. Probably far out the score.
That outside five doesn't apply when you're chasing a man, surely, does it?
No, but well played there by Rory Hooper.
Hopper. Or is that
Hooper.
Or Smith. Hope he pronounced Smith right.
Anyway, just put a little bit more pressure on
Honker.
United.
Come on, Honker.
Oh, he's put her up to the hot spot. Oh, the big fly.
Headley kicks
done.
it out of there, but it's all Wentworth. And they've got another one here.
Slotted it. Yeah, it's a nice kick.
Lachlan Murdoch.
Well done, Lachlan. That's his second.
So I just need to make sure they finish the game out here, but Wentworth just controlling the midfield battle at the moment.
We need to finish
Ball
the
in their
game. We're
half.
at 27, almost 28 minutes, mate. You reckon we need to finish the game out? There's 3 goals of difference. I think we're safe. If they can kick 3 goals before time on goes, it'll have to go to 38 minutes, I reckon. Umpire will throw it up in the middle. Love to see the bounce come back. Dean Gregg at his best. Ooh, Wentworth are starting to go pretty good here. One thing about them today, they haven't given up. They've actually played some good footy in the second half of this quarter.
I think they're well drilled.
Dawes bangs it down, but it's United at the fall, and into the back was someone into Mead.
Sammy Mead's cramping.
That's your cricket hangover, Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel Mead's generally our fittest player. For him to be starting to cramp, he's either done a lot of Ks or he's actually struggling a little bit with the, like you say, Stephen, the premiership hangover.
Valance, great handball to Morris, left foot, and Wall doesn't
Good
quite
penetration.
grab it. Hampton breaks through on the right boot. How do you
Oh,
like it,
that's-
Kangas fans? Lonnie Hampton, he provided that spark in the second quarter.
He's been very good. Yep.
What goal number spot?
It's his third, 2 in the first half, 1 in the second half. And I've missed 2, so he could have 4. I've got no idea. Expect me to get stuff like that right, mate. Come on.
So
Steve's got the stats, has he? You got the stats to goal, Steve? I've missed 2 goals somewhere. I don't know who they were. Probably when I'm trying to sort Joe the cameraman's stuff out when he wasn't live streaming, I'd say. But I have got Greggy's in here. Did you go on that one? So I've got that one. Well, Dallas got a few.
Blake Smith's done a huge role here for Ouyen, with Perella being off for most of this last quarter.
Good tackle, Greg. Greg's been good all day. Actually, none of the midfielders have had a bad game. They've all played really well. I reckon last week you couldn't find a player that won their positions, and I reckon Ouyen probably haven't had a lot that didn't today. I think we've, as a whole, been pretty good.
Campbell Davison not pleased with the quick my ball call.
Yeah, Humpy's put the cue in the rack, I think.
Dawes, big fist forward, just bumbling around. Morris just holds it in. No point having it bobble out.
30-minute mark, and we haven't kicked too many goals. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but anyway. Oi, someone wake up the bloody timekeepers. They're going to sleep. Oh, buddy. Oh, bloody Gloss is in there, is he? What are you, 95? He's going to sleep.
Strong tackle there by Hooper.
Well, I'm actually not sure who's doing it nowadays. I think Gloss.
You got Greg Valance and Jerry and a few others down there.
They should be on top of that. They're obviously going to sleep. Drinking cans or doing something.
Sapupo.
Good kick.
Kick forward out of the stoppage, and Hancock. Good positioning.
Gloss hasn't done much wrong.
He plays on,
pretty good.
knowing the time is of the essence, and he hangs it out to the right, and they don't come back from that side. But Cottrell, I think. Cottrell, he's proven effective up forward.
There you go. Little tap on the roof has woken the boys up, and they press the siren.
So he can't go off his line here, Cottrell. So he's got to be clever about how he does this.
Banana kick. That's a second check side today. And he's blown that one as well. There you go, no more check sides for the rest of you, gentlemen.
So, Ouyen United have their first win since late last year. We beat Merbean, didn't we?
Not sure.
Added on the bull. But Ouyen United, 16 goals, 10, 106. Defeated Wentworth, 12 goals, 10, 82. A long last quarter, but it was worth every bit of its spot.
Yep, so, I know, you watched last week and we just didn't have the football for the entire day and we just got smashed, and this week at least we got to actually see what some of these good talented young midfielders and stuff look like. And I think last week's a bit of a learning curve with some new people around and that sort of stuff, and I think as the game went on we gelled more and more and more, and I don't think fitness is an issue. I think it's more about personnel and actually being used to each other, and I thought as the game went on we slowly got better at that.
And you could just see today when you've got Lonnie Hampton up and about, Swartz, it just a different dynamic to what the Kangas have seen the last couple of years. Zach Peake, what a target up forward. How did you finish up with spot?
Peakey, he ended up with 4th of the day.
So you can't ask
I'm saying 4. I've missed 2 on my sheet. So, so he kicked 4 at least anyway.
Alex Morris and Oscar Smith, the backman, were sensational today.
Druckman, even Big Andre early on was good. Joshy Gregg, like all the midfield were exceptionally good today.
It's a good point, Nick. I like the fact that the backmen were nearly a revolving door. How good was that you could have Tim Gloucester and Brodie Lake and Stanley Cox and Tom Headley and Nath Davey and all them, and Tate Hulland, all revolving through the back line. That's pretty good when it doesn't come down to 3 or 4 blokes. Alex Morris, there was a revolving door was the back line, which was heartening for me. Yeah.
No, it was good, and like Lonnie Hampton kicked 3 goals today, unless I've missed one. Zachy Peake 4, so there's some goal kickers at our club that we haven't had for the last couple of years. Dallas Willsmore kicked a couple, but he always does his bits and pieces. Josh Gregg kicked 1, Tom Headley kicked 1, Tony Hullen kicked a couple, so we've got Simon Brown, and I'll probably miss a couple, so it's one of those things that I'm pretty excited about where we'll be at the end of the year once these guys have had a chance to actually spend a bit of time together. And the Wenny Roos, they've had a really big upheaval and lost a lot of players throughout the club over the off season, and for them I thought they played pretty good footy. I thought they did everything they could possibly do with the cattle they had in the park today, and they certainly put up a good show, I thought. Yeah,
Cottrell was fantastic. Andy Wald did what he normally does down back, and Hancock finished with his couple of goals, but they probably just relied on a few too few, but they wouldn't have lost any of Morris for how they went about it today.
Right, so without giving our best players, because Steve's trying to work them out, he's got a vote card. Ouyen United 16-10-106, Wentworth Roos 12-10-82. We'll sign off here at Blackburn Park today. Just remember, we've got a big working bee out the farm tomorrow. There'll be some camp ovens and some good afternoons. Just get there behind the club and make sure that if you aren't at football today, you're watching live and you can get to football next week. Get in your car, come and enjoy what is Ouyen United. Thanks, guys. Signing off till next week.